tension's low and the weather's good, we'll take a stroll through where there used to be a neighborhood. I host a clinic called The Finer Points of Settlerhood. Wish I could say it brings a crowd. Oh, baby, down doomsday went about as well as you said it would. And God, I tried to love the bomb and I never could. There's such a heavy bomb and the humid air of rotted wood. Wish I could clear the smoke and show you down. The meek will get the earth, though the earth will be long dead. The meek will gladly take what we can get. And when we meet the earth, if there's no earth to be found, well, we'll just join the poison in the ground. Oh, 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 the poison in the ground. The poison in the ground. Oh, the poison in the ground. Oh, God, I love playing those songs.
Who are these people?
Okay, yeah, this is the Dust of Better Days. SWAT team took your neighbor today. Watched them as they walked him away. You told yourself extremists come in all different shapes. Met his eyes and lowered your gaze. But is it too late for us to ever change? We're collecting the dust of better days. They're always watching us, but we're never safe. We're not meant to be safe, not meant to escape, not meant to wait. The sheriff stopped your daughter today. Pepper sprayed her twice in the face. He must have had good reason if he'd treat her that way. At least that's what they taught you to say. But is it too late for us to ever change? Once we're collecting the dust of better days. They're always watching us, but we're never safe. We're not meant to feel safe, not meant to escape, we aren't meant to wait. Feds arrived and had you detained. Said you'd made some posts they want changed. Tased you till you felt like you'd forgotten your name, or life before they had you contained, or life before they had you contained, oh, life before they had you contained. SWAT team took your neighbor today. And that's a dust of better days.
Who are these people?
Welcome to the future. Shit where you please. The Wi-Fi's killer, but there's no more bees, so there's hardly any flowers. There are very few trees, and you'll pay $1,000 for some honey for your tea. But we got these awesome collars. Mine's an Apple Model 3. It allows for better movement than the Tesla X Elite. It lets you customize the ads that it implants in every dream, and for premium.
Who are these people?
This is song, blatantly enough, is called Welfare. When I heard him talk about welfare, I assumed the corporate kind. All the billions loaned to criminals who pinch your every dime. Oh, my suite keeps so flush, they got money to burn in the sky. Well, they see useful clowns out punching down on folks in a food bank line. Think you got a little propaganda on you when you soaked up all those songs, 'cause you're following the son of an ember miner on a place called X.com. And you watch him bathing PPP and can't see something's wrong, but gotta grind your gears when a check appears at the door of some single mom. So if you don't give a shit who is subsidized, if they make 7 figures a year, you might want to look into the deficit you got sitting between your ears. And if you don't know working from your ruling class and you can't tell up from down, you might want to keep a word like welfare out of your corporate spoon-fed mouth.
Who are these people?
This is Sunday Morning 40. Hey, we're 40 Sunday mornings out from normal, and the world is not the same. You said you waited for a warning, but the warning never came. Don't shine a light in my face. see, Nancy's gonna cut you a check too late. 2 years after your funeral's paid, 2 years after the grave, she'll be a little stronger for all of those dollars she saved. Watching you wake, watching you cling to your family, slipping away. Watch her do nothing but pray. Watch her condemn the Republicans, take them to brunch, and then shrug it away. Now watch us be outraged half of a day, then pick a new hero to face our leaders and think they could beat them, playing the game they played since Pelosi had real human blood in her veins. They're all one and the same, sold off stocks and they all maintain that the risk was benign and the virus was tame. Flash forward in 40 Sunday mornings, fade 250,000 people in its wake, and a cruise ship sailed today. So motherfucker, don't shine a light in my face. No. Wait. We're 40 Sunday mornings out from normal and the world is not the same. You said you waited for warning, but the warning never came. To shine a light in my face. You said you waited for warning, but the warning never. And that's Sunday Morning 40.
Who are these people?
My granddad was a miner mighty long ago in Butte, who spent his whole life scraping by, who never left his boots. Then someone bought his bosses out and he'd outlived his use. They let him go, they trimmed the wage and they hired someone new. And he learned that that's what job creators do. Now walking through the heart of town, I see my daddy's shop that he shut down when the superstore got put in down the block. And he didn't have a lot of choice to work there all the same, for half of what he made when he had something to his name. He told me that's just the way it is, that's business through and through. And he told me that's what job creators do. Well, I watched a lot of poverty start blooming in this town, and I seen too many families out sleeping on the ground. When I offered help, I got harassed by Sheriff Brown as he gripped that kind of grin that says I'd love to put you down. But if I owned a mine and I enslaved them for a crew, then he'd call me a job creator too. They'll tell you how 1,000 miles are hungry for your bread, and they'll say that to succeed you need to step on people's heads. Those suckers might be starving, but it's better them than you. They'll tell you that's what job creators do.
No, Indy Left, what is happening here?
To check out IndependentLeft.news.
The Indie News Network.
Indie Left News.
Oh, hey, Indie Left.
IndependentLeft.news. Great work.
Indie Left News.
IndependentLeft.news.
Independent Left News.
Shout out to Independent Left News. Shout out.
Oh, what's up, Independent Left? Indie
Friend
Left.
show.
Thank you, IndependentLeft.news.
The INN, Indy, you're wonderful.
I think Indy was onto something.
Independent News Network, Indie News. Yeah. What's up, Indy, over on Rockfin?
Independent News Network, also known as INN.
Indie Left News.
I don't know if I would have made it through that 3 weeks without Indy, honestly.
No, I was just going to ask Indy.
A huge thank you and shout out to Indie Left.
No, you know what we're doing? We're world building, Indy.
Indie Left News.
You were doing the INN recruiting.
Indie News.
Independent Left News.
Shout out to Independent Left News.
Check out Independent Left News.
At Kennedy News.
I see Indy's in the chat. Hi, Indy. Okay, great. Bye.
Okay, bye. No, hi, everybody. Hey, it's Indy, and who's this guy? Fish Eye.
It's me.
It's Reef. Yeah, we're back. We're back. I'm so excited to be back. First of all, thanks for being here. The 11 of us that are here now. So thank you. But this is How Do We Miss That? Once again, it's not Nobody Wants to Work Anymore. It's How Do We Miss That? We're back to How Do We Miss That? How Do We Miss That is back, and I'm excited for that.
One more time.
No, we're
You gotta say the name one more time.
We're gonna get to that in a few minutes, but well, I just wanted to. Yes, we missed Sabby. We've missed a lot of people live lately because we've been super busy. I actually went with my family to the apple orchard today and to the farm, and tried to unplug.
Which family number one or family number
tried to. Oh, stop that, dude! Listen to this guy. All right. Wow. Yeah. We've been doing a whole other show, and we've been doing a couple of whole other shows. We've both been real busy. I've been writing a couple of articles. We're going to read one tonight. So yeah, it's just been a busy month. It's flown by. I've missed everybody, but not really, because I've been doing 3 other shows. So American Tradition last week was amazing. You saw a couple of the cuts from that earlier tonight. We played The Dust of Better Days. That has been, and then I started off with I don't even remember Stroll Through the Ruins. That's what it is. Sorry, I'm glitching out here. So we had a Stroll Through the Ruins to start, and if you haven't heard that, go back and listen to it. It's amazing. And we also just published it today on INN YouTube, so you can listen to it there as well. All right, so welcome everybody to How Do We Miss That? How Do We Miss That is a show featuring articles written by independent journalists who expose corruption, cover workers organizing, and environmental crises, damn it, while challenging corporate establishment narratives and talking points.
Faster.
No! New episodes stream live Sunday nights at 10 o'clock. Hey, that's when this is. Eastern on our YouTube and Rumble, Twitch, Rockfin, Substack. Yeah, we're live over there. Facebook, Telegram channels. We usually publish the podcast within a couple of days to Amazon, Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeart, and more. I am Indy, as you can see from the screen, but for those listening, I'm the guy who is on the left side this time. We shifted that up. I'm the founder and editor of Indie Media Today. That's the Substack that we're going to read later. I am the co-host of American Tradition with Jett. I am also the co-host of Nobody Wants to Work Anymore with Snow Himbo on INN, both. And I got this guy sitting next to me. He's Reef Breland. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
So, Reef is... Yeah, well, hello. Reef is INN's technical director. All right. He is the creator, engineer, and co-host of INN News, which you can see Wednesday nights on Indie News Network, which, by the way, we are all members of. We are co-founders of Indie News Network, which is a collaborative family of independent content creators. And you can find all our channels at inn.network. We made it easier for you. inn.network. Somebody told me that if I tell people to do 3 things, that they're not going to do them all. So all I'm going to ask you to do is share the link out today. I'll tell you later to hit the thumbs up. But right now, share the link out. Tell people we're live. Share it out, please. Share it out to Twitter, X, whatever the hell you want to call it. Share it out to Telegram. Share it out to Facebook. Yeah, people do actually watch on Facebook, believe it or not. Hi, Facebook. Facebook's watching. Share it out everywhere. Please. We need help. We're being suppressed to crap. I mean, the tweets previewing the show even were just, they went to people in DM threads, and that's basically it. So we've got some stories for tonight, as usual. That's what we're here to do. And then we're going to do some boats. Everybody loves boats. Hey, what's going on there? Hey now, that's not the right thumbnail. What's going on there? Hey.
That's the right one.
No, that was the wrong thumbnail. That was the anniversary thumbnail. But that's all right. We've got the right thumbnail on the screen coming up. So let's go to that. And let's go to that. That's the right thumbnail. Hey, but man, what in Cheaper's name?
Tell it to be nice.
Be nice. It's not being nice. It's not being nice. Okay. All righty. We'll just. I'll do it live.
All righty then.
We'll do it live.
All righty then.
Well, okay. Well, we'll do it live.
We'll do it live.
Thank you. All righty. So. Thank you. We have some stories this week. Now, this week we only have 3 stories because we're going to go deep. And I'm raving mad right now. And this is why I'm raving mad. And I've been talking about this for a month. Reef's been laughing about this for a month.
Yeah.
And man, if these guys are not, for one thing, they're certainly predictable. Okay, so by the way, who is this? This is Sean Fain. He is the president of the United Auto Workers, or the UAW. Cowboy Kitty. Fuck progressive insurance. Yes, fuck progressive insurance. Sure. That's our brother.
But I saved a lot of money in my car insurance.
That's by switching to Geico. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Progressive's Flow. I forgot.
Right. Progressive is Flow. Yes. Rick Solis is here, too, from Texas. I just wanted to say hi to Rick because he's fams. Anyway, we've got to get to Sean Fain. Wow. What is going on with the UAW? Well, first thing is, as you saw in my stream title, maybe, or somewhere in the description, corporate media is completely lying, bamboozled, disillusioned, selling a narrative, and they're desperate to sell a win. So, thankfully, there are a few excellent publications that are willing to be brave enough to challenge the unions, because they certainly need to be. And that's the union heads, not the rank and file workers, because the rank and file workers voted for 97%. We're going to talk about this. They voted 97% to authorize a strike. So we're going to go back to 1st August 23rd. This is before the strike action happens. This is before the workers even vote on whether they're going to authorize a strike. And this is someone at Socialist Alternative that is begging the UAW members to vote for a full strike and for leadership to go further than the UPS leadership. Okay, and I'm not going to read all of this because I have a bunch of slides here that I've prepared, but I've set this up because I really think that everybody needs to take a closer look at what's going on here. And we see the auto workers are actually being screwed over by leadership, whether it's being sold or not. Let's look at why, and I'm going to make the case here. So they're saying here that Sean Fain, and we're going to let Reef take over here a little bit because I've been doing nonstop talking for 12 minutes or so. But like the Teamsters leadership, I'm going to read this part. UAW also has new leadership elected on a reform program. And again, UAW's new reformer president, Sean Fain, is promising to take a more fighting rank and file approach and strategy to the big 3 contract campaigns. Again, this is before the strike, which happened on September 14th. And I've got a timeline down later on. Reef, tell me about reformists and about unions.
Well, I've been saying it for a while that unions are reformist in nature. They're not there to, revamp the entire system. They're there to fix what's there, right? It's still, they want to be a part of the capitalist system. So, it's supposedly there to make that better and to help you fight against the bourgeois in that way, but it's not really getting rid of the whole kit and caboodle, right? Like, we're not even going for cooperative in this case.
Nope.
So, you're just trying to make it, you got to paint it better. Like, that's pretty much it. Vince is rotten, but some paint will help it,
Right.
So,
but here, he talked about expressing readiness to shut down factories at all three auto manufacturers. With strikes across all three, that would include some 150,000 auto workers. That's what we've been talking about, 150,000 auto workers. All right. Despite reformers being elected to union leadership at two of the biggest industrial unions in the U.S., the Teamsters, of course, had the opportunity, and we lamented and went crazy on that one too, to further victories by struggling together with the UAW as a source of inspiration for the broader labor movement, and working people everywhere. The decision by O'Brien and Teamster leadership to agree to a TA that's acceptable to UPS without escalating the struggle by taking the strike action they said they were preparing for acts as a huge break on the labor movement and will impact the potential for a UAW strike. Any potential for a UAW strike at the Big Three would be much more likely if auto workers were getting inspiration from existing picket lines instead of Teamsters at UPS. Now, as it turned out, that wasn't the truth, but that was their prediction. What could have been two industrial unions representing a huge share of the U.S. economy, right? Striking within a month of each other. Could you imagine UPS and UAW, the Teamsters and UAW striking simultaneously?
I could whisper of a dream.
Right? Well, that's basically what they're trying to say. That could you have whispered of a dream? It could have dramatically increased the potential for building a more fighting labor movement that could have motivated unorganized workers across the country to join unions. Now, this is the only time I'm really going to talk about electric vehicles, and electric vehicles are certainly part of the subject and what's going on here at the union. I think we're going to talk about it one more time, but
I saw a thing recently about I forget which electric vehicle company, but they're the ones making like the batteries and frames for it.
Yes.
Like a factory that's doing that here, and they literally had to add a coal power plant to power the damn thing.
I think that's in Ohio.
Right. Like, what? How to make that make sense?
Well,
like
coal. They can get coal easily to
clean coal. Damn, I missed.
It's clean,
clean
washed coal.
Clean. It's clean.
It's clean. Well, they take it out and they wash it, and yes,
right.
Didn't W say something like that? So, right.
Yeah.
So EVs and the UAW's bold contract demands, and this is what's going on here, is that part of what's playing out is that the transition to electric vehicles, which is being precipitated also politically by the Biden administration, has presented challenges for the UAW, and EVs are increasingly becoming a main feature in contract negotiations. Why? Because the Big Three have invested billions and billions in new technologies and battery plants. We have to get that on the soundboard. Some kind of billions other than $1 million.
Come on, man.
Thank you. Right? Despite not yet making any profits from EVs, the company coffers are safe because they're more profitable now than at any time since the Great Recession of 2008. I'm going to stop and I'm going to repeat that line because it's really important. The Big Three are more profitable now than at any time since the Great Recession of 2008. Over the last 10 years.
Thanks, Obama.
Yeah, thanks. Well, look. Over the last 10 years, GM and Ford have typically made a profit of $7 to $11 billion per year in North America. Stellantis, who's the smallest of the three, usually has earned somewhat less, but has already profited $12 billion in the first half of this year.
Jesus Christ.
Which is a 37% increase over last year, and the equivalent of what the other Big Three usually make in a full year. So
the money is there.
Yes, I know, Greta. Yes. UAW Reform Caucus. So this is how Sean basically got elected. So when Sean won the UAW presidency, he ran as part of a reformer slate called UAW Members United, and all 7 of the slate's candidates won their leadership elections. They were backed by Unite All Workers for Democracy, which is another group, a reform caucus, of which he's a member. Right, the slogan for that reformer slate that they ran on was no corruption, no concessions, no tears. So they're hopeful that this could indeed be a breakthrough for the UAW to rise again. But here's what they should do. They should escalate their contract struggle with the big three, prepare to go further than the Teamsters did with UPS, which they have. The UAW needs to seriously prepare for a strike, which they kind of did, but they included organizing practice pickets. I didn't hear about them doing that. They might have, like the Teamsters did. Teamsters leadership talked a big game about striking, but ended up agreeing to a TA that paled in comparison to what could have been won with a strike. That's an opinion, and I agree with that opinion. A lot of people will disagree, but they had nothing to lose. They had already agreed. I mean, the UPS, with 5 days out, had already agreed to this. Right. If you continued to say no, maybe they would have agreed to more. But they took the first deal that was offered to them.
Huh? As like every union has been doing.
Dude. The UAW should not make the same mistake and instead be prepared to actually go through with a nationwide strike with pickets at every big three factory. Solidarity. This was again August 23rd. Now what happens?
Like WGA, first deal they take.
I'm going to bring you right up to what happened on Friday. UAW escalated their strike action against Ford and GM, but spared Stellantis this week. They went on strike on the evening of September 14th into 15th. Himbo and I actually were recording live. We're recording for Nobody Wants to Work Anymore, and we did a whole segment, and I went crazy on UAW during that, and definitely, by all means, go watch that on INN. But do it after this show. So what's going to happen is that the union will walk out at Ford Assembly, Chicago, and Lansing Data. These are parts and assembly plants, throwing a strike from 17,000 to 25,000 out of 146,000 potential workers at the big three.
Where's Ford Assembly Chicago? Do you know? I mean, it's Chicago, but
I'm not.
You get kid out there.
I'm not sure exactly, no, but that's probably a good idea. So
I have some of those occasionally.
Some other some people were out and interviewing Sean Fain, and he told Automotive News, which is the industry publication for the auto industry, the union would escalate strike action at Stellantis. Still at 10 a.m., they received an updated counterproposal, right? So the union then decided not to escalate against Stellantis this week. So are they not? Last week it was Ford. So last week he publicly declined to escalate against Ford, citing that they were progressing. However, this Friday he blasted Ford. We gave them a comprehensive proposal on Monday. Still haven't heard back. That's nice. Now, the morning after the strike, that again was the latest as to what's happening today. So I wanted to let everyone know kind of where we were before everything and where we are today. Now what happened in between? Because holy crap. So the night of the vote, I'm recording with Himbo, and the next morning I see Payday Report, and this had hit my inbox on Thursday night. Friday morning I put this tweet out. What's that?
I know it's not.
Go ahead.
But the UAW logo does look very similar to that Black Sun logo. Like, I mean, I know it's not that, but
it's a wheel, like, a spoke wheel and tire.
It's right. Yeah, but like
I feel you, I guess.
If you squint a little bit, it's just anyway. That's my brain caught that. Don't worry about it.
So I tweeted out, shout out to Mike, because Mike Elkington and Mike Elk over at Payday Report. He's out in Pittsburgh, great independent journalist who covers nothing but labor. That's all he covers is workers at the organizing and at the fighting management level for payday stuff, for fighting for better pay and better benefits. So, like I said, in case you missed it, UAW did not strike with all 150,000 members across the country last night. Leadership chickened out. They said the plants would shut down, no contract, yet most workers are on the job today. shout out to Payday Report and Mike Elk for putting out the report that at 10 o'clock p.m., Shawn Fain went on a national call and told everyone that he was only going to authorize a strike right now at 3 non-strategic locations. So,
which that's like we're gonna strike some non-strategic targets. What?
Right.
What?
They're like parts plants. They're like parts plants that only make parts that deliver to dealerships, but don't impact the actual building of the cars that impacts the profitability of the OEMs, of the manufacturers.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's that too. So that's what Eric London over at World Socialist website had to say about it, which is that Shawn Fain's expanded strikes are going to have 0. Now, remember, what happened also during this time is that the day of the strike, the 15th, bullshit union buddy, quote-unquote union boss buddy, Bernie, usually when the strike's just about over, they send him in, or at least they send him in to try to coax and coach out a deal between everyone. He was obviously unsuccessful because the next week they escalated and nothing got solved. And we're still on strike today, but other things happen too. So first of all, the expanded strikes will also have
I am once
0.
again asking for your financial support.
Oh,
is that what he was doing?
Dude, stay away. Dude, keep him away. Keep him away from this whole thing, please. All right, I can't with this guy. So instead of calling assembly or component plants out, Fain and the UAW bureaucracy called plant parts distribution center workers at only GM and Stellantis out on strike. This again was last week. They didn't call Ford out, right? These centers called PDCs. This is important stuff. It's a little bit nitty gritty, but it's important. These
personal
PDCs,
defense cannons,
right? No, they're parts delivery centers, are aftermarket facilities at the very end of the auto supply chain supplying dealerships. So the strike at PDCs, like I said, will have no impact on the Big Three's production, citing real progress with Ford. This was a week ago. Fain also said there would be no strikes at Ford's PDC, so they had no impact there. Now, this week they had some, but this was last week. This is notable considering the Canadian union bureaucracy's last-minute agreement with Ford to prevent a strike north of the border. So Canada, they got on board with, that's Unifor or whatever. We're going to talk about that in a second. Workers have been given no information about the deal that they're being told to vote on this weekend in Canada. Oh, yeah, there was that too.
So blame Canada is what you're telling me.
Well, sort of, but no, blame the unions and union bosses in Canada because union bosses here suck and are everywhere suck. So, yes, you're certainly going to do that. You usually do. Well,
sorries.
No, don't be sorries. Hold them accountable.
Be sorries.
Fain also, this is what I was talking about. Fain also extended a friendly invitation to U.S. President Joseph Robinette Biden.
Oh, yep.
To visit a picket line.
And he ran a bunch of bad boys.
Like Eric said on the 22nd, though, this would be nothing but a stunt aimed at promoting illusions in the pro-corporate Democratic Party. Biden and Congress intervened last year to illegalize a potential railroad strike and force through a sellout contract that 100,000 railroad workers had previously rejected. We all covered that.
Are we going to get to this side-eye guy? Please tell me you have the side-eye guy.
I don't have the side-eye guy, but
you don't have the side-eye guy. That side-eye guy was best guy.
I lost this. Well, dude, I got a lot of stuff to cover. If I go every side-eye guy, we're going to be here a long time. So
just go find the video of Biden talking. That should be a thing.
Not everyone's favorite World Socialist website reporter, Jerry White. Anger mounting against
Jerry Black,
as opposed to others, and we've got one from our favorite WS writer. I like Eric London. He's iffy. He's good on this stuff. He went after Sabi. We don't like that, but he's also done some great stuff. Anger mounting against Fain's bogus strike policy as UAW prepares to announce a sellout deal with Ford. And this was Jerry White about 3-4 days ago, right?
Yeah.
So Jerry's saying that the efforts by UAW to keep 128,000 of its 146,000 working during its so-called stand-up strike, and I wanted to use that word, stand-up strike, which is a strategy that they claim that they're using, that auto workers used in the 1930s to, it's like kind of like the version of a wildcat strike at the plant level.
Yeah.
All right.
You're saying it's not like Seinfeld and like, you know, Bill Hicks in a picket line. It's not a stand-up strike.
Well, or Jimmy Dore. Well, Jimmy Dore would visit a picket line, but stand-up strike.
Yeah.
He wouldn't visit a picket line to do gigs, I would guess. So stand-up strikes, I would say is probably.
Although with his back, he might sit down a lot during that, but it's okay.
But here's the thing: this is what we predicted would happen: would be resentment inside the factories that are not on strike, which is inside the non-striking factories. Anger is mounting over the increase in line speeds, unjust suspensions and firings of workers who have no protections under expired contracts, and the reduction of hours, particularly for temporary workers living on the edge of poverty. Now, temporary workers are still union members, and this is what's going on here. The struggle of auto workers is at a critical juncture. And Jerry White, don't always like him, but this is a good article here. Everything depends on rank and file workers taking the initiative and turning the UAW's phony stand-up strike into a real strike involving all 146,000 GM, Ford, and Stellantis workers. Workers in every non-striking factory should communicate with each other. That's what we've been talking about, is communication among the rank and file is so important, and raise the demand for the immediate convening of emergency local union membership meetings where workers can discuss and pass resolutions to call out all members in an industry-wide walkout. Like, that's important stuff. Yeah, let's do that. And they can do that, but they just need to organize outside of their union leadership, which I don't even know if they're allowed to do. And that's what he's suggesting. Now,
define allowed.
Well, as they would basically be thrown out as UAW members, forfeit their pensions, and a lot of other things as well, potentially.
Yeah.
Right? So, simple math, man. And this is what I wanted to put out there, is why didn't they put the full union membership out on strike? Why did they only strike at 3 plants? Well, part of it was, they're trying to make a deal, and they're trying to slowly drip out. Their strategy, quote unquote, is a ruse, in my opinion. It's a cover for this. This is why they didn't go full strike. It's math. It's all about geometry, right? You got 150,000 members that are going to get $500 a week strike pay. You got $75 million a week, according to this. At $500 a week times 150,000 members is $75 million. I put it out on the calculator so everybody can see that I don't even have to do the math. The calculator did it. 75 million. You're looking at about 10 weeks that the union could strike at full membership. And leadership didn't want to risk management waiting them out.
They said how much they had recently, didn't they?
Well, I've got that later. So they initially, I thought it was 800 million. The truth is it's 825. And we're going to talk about the percentage and the number and the amount that's been spent so far. So, next. No sound. Nope.
No, I'm waiting for you.
Oh, so Left Voice, our friends over there, Indie Media Award honorees. Hit it. Nope. Nope.
I definitely put it. Oh, I know what's on. Let me fix. Hold on. Discord.
Okay. Left Voice. By the way, Indie Media Awards are coming back. We're going to release the 2022 edition, or 2022 edition was last year. 2023 edition will be released in the next couple of weeks. We've been working on the list. We've been working on the website. Thank you, sir. Working on the list, working on the website. Got a whole new list of, in addition to, not in replacement of. Left Voice is still one of the top outstanding outlets, and they will still be Indie Media Award honorees, as will Consortium News and all the other outlets. So, thank you. And because of that, Left Voice gets that nice little logo. So this is our friend Tatiana Cozzarelli over at Left Voice, who wrote the article that had the headline that I went, mwah, you're beautiful, my friend. Biden's picket line visit. And Biden did come out and accept Sean Fain's invitation to visit a picket line. And they called it a historic visit. The first time a president's ever visited a picket line. Oh, oh.
You know the thing.
Oh, God damn it. Of course, it's historic for a sitting president to stand with striking workers. That's undeniable. But the lesson that Jacobin, who ended up publishing this fawning article about how he stands with workers now, that they want you and millions of ordinary people to take from this is the wrong one. Biden is not on the side of workers any more than the kente cloth wearing Democrats were on the side of Black Lives Matter. Ooh, that's so good. I love that.
Come on, man.
So good. A few hours later, right after this whole shenanigans, Jacobin publishes this article entitled "The Militancy of the UAW Strike Forced Joe Biden to Take a Side and Walk the Picket Line."
Whatever you say, Haas.
Jacobin's right that Biden's visit to the picket line, thank you, results from UAW strike strength.
Discord.
But Jacobin is dead wrong in its assessment that Biden is on the side of the working class. Of course they are. Shout out to the Snow Himbo, who may or may not currently be in chat. If he's not, shame on you. I'm sure the wife is, you're good. I'm just playing. Anyway, Snow Himbo, I hate this week already. Oh, yes, all the shit libs went crazy when Biden showed up. Oh, he's the union-friendly president.
Where's Side-Eye Guy? I'm gonna have to find Side-Eye Guy.
We gotta find Side-Eye Guy. Yeah, you're gonna have to send me Side-Eye Guy. Anyway, Biden's visit to the picket line is part of a project of aligning the working class with the Democratic Party in order to win the 2024 election, especially in the face of an erratic Trump who won a big enough sector of the industrial working class to help carry him to victory in 2016. And it's part of a project of projecting support for the working class in order to quell struggles and create national stability under the hegemony of the Democratic Party in order to continue its strategic competition with China. Okay. Slow. Biden and the establishment.
Yeah, it takes a second for Trump to come up.
Biden and the establishment.
China is...
China.
Yeah, China. Thank you. Wow, that was outstanding timing.
I know, right?
Biden and the establishment and Tony Bobolinsky are terrified. No, not put them.
I'm sorry, who? Who?
Tony Bobolinsky. What?
Tony Bobolewski?
Oh no, the Democrats. You know what? I don't want to get turned off on. Well, thank goodness we're live on Rockfin and Rumble, because they may turn me off for saying that name. I don't know. So Biden and the establishment are terrified that this strike could unify the ranks of the working class. It could unify the ranks of the working class, is what terrifies Biden and the establishment. Did you know that? And reinvigorate a labor movement. Yeah, thank you. And reinvigorate a labor movement that's been growing stronger since the Red State Revolt of 2018. Whatever. Okay, sure. Except that Red State Revolt disappeared in 2022. Anyway. Biden is giving handouts to companies in order to make this EV transition. $2 billion from the IRA. The IRA. The Inflation Reduction Act. To be exact. I see Spooky here. And most new EV plants are in the right to work South, which is notoriously anti-union states that are in those states. So further, Elmo Musk's, fuck you Elmo, Tesla is strongly anti-union and is already dominant in EV production. Unionized Tesla, as Chris Legion, who got booted off Twitter with his original account, has been yelling.
Spoopy is here. Spoopy!
You call me Schmoopy.
In other words...
You call me Schmoopy.
You're Schmoopy.
You're Schmoopy.
You're Schmoopy. Sorry, go ahead. Continue.
Are you done? Are you done?
I mean, I might be.
Anyway, yes, Elmo. Elmo is definitely, you can't take anyone seriously named Elmo. Just like you can't take anyone seriously named Booby. Yeah, he's running independent. Keep that going.
Stop insulting boobies like that.
In other words, the Biden agenda can hardly be described as on workers' side. Instead, it is anti-worker and pro-imperialist, giving lip service, making promises, and offering the workers only the most thinnest reforms. Yes. Now, if workers are to ensure that EV plants, the new EV plants, POW, are unionized and provide high wages and good working conditions, they'll have to fight for it. Except that what's been happening is that the automakers have been making joint ventures with other battery companies in order to produce the electric vehicle parts and components, and they're not unionized. So they're getting around the UAW with that. EV plants require less labor than those that produce gas-fueled trucks. That's actually a good thing, but this transition to EVs is not a good thing because they're going to be able to control you a whole lot easier with EVs. And we can talk about that another time, but the demand for 32 hours work for 40 hours pay will become increasingly essential to keep all workers hired and working as increasing numbers of plants are turned into EV facilities. Sure. This is what I agree the most with on Tatiana, was that we need independent working class politics. How about that? We don't talk about that here at INN at all, right? Jacobin laments the de-alignment of the working class with the Democratic Party. He laments that. As Matt Karp says directly in the title of his Jacobin article, de-alignment is real, we can help reverse it. This is the wrong approach for socialists. We should not work to reverse the de-alignment. Instead, we must strike while the iron is hot. While the two capitalist parties seek to align the working class behind them, the working class should build its own independent power, its own independent party. UAW President Shawn Fain is right in his statement against Trump. We can't keep electing billionaires and millionaires that don't have any understanding what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck and struggle to get by, expecting them to solve the problems of the working class. I think he literally took that from Bernie. This is as true for Biden as it is for Trump. It's true for for the Democrats and Republicans represent the capitalist class, or call it the owner class, because they own all the property. Now, World Socialist website, same day that Eric London published his article, when it got scooped that Joe Biden might visit a picket line, David North, who's I think the managing editor over at World Socialist website, he called out, middle-class journalists are of course impressed. Oh, I can't speak. But workers know that Biden is planning his tourist stop at the UAW picket line to bolster discredited union president Shawn Fain, lend credibility to his pathetic stay-on-the-job strike, and facilitate the sellout of the workers. Because we all know what's coming. At some point, they're going to sign a deal that's going to screw over most of the rank and file.
Speaking of which, I DM'd you.
Thank you. Now, I thought that this was actually the best of all of the articles covering the strike that happened on Friday. This is where Marcus Day, who I think is the best writer over at WSWS, UAW president again orders vast majority of Big Three auto workers to continue working 2 weeks after their contracts expired. Why? Why are there so many? The bureaucracy is betraying the widespread desire among workers for an industry-wide strike to reverse decades of concessions. Acting on a strategy worked out in advance with management and the Biden administration, surprise, surprise, the UAW is seeking to placate workers with false promises of expanding the strike. This is intended to wear workers down and prepare the ground to announce contracts that will be completely in line with the company's demands for massive attacks on jobs and workers' living standards. Marcus knows what's about to happen, and he's warning us. But in contrast to his previous live streams, Shawn Fain did not even provide cursory summaries of what the companies are supposedly demanding, nor did he make any reference to specific wage increases, pensions, retiree health care, or shorter work weeks. No specifics.
Yep.
That's already starting to disappear from the table. Sorry?
Do you have a single for me? Or how do we miss that?
I believe.
Might not. Okay. Here, I can pull this up.
I believe I do.
If you put me on a single.
Bring it.
Look at Side-Eye Guy.
Oh, Side-Eye Guy. Yes. I was like, Side-Eye Guy? Side-Eye Guy.
Side-Eye Guy. That guy.
I love that guy.
And
Side-Eye
Biden
Guy.
at the UAW bigot.
Yes.
Look at Alex Knight's got the best clip of that. Is this guy?
Yeah, I think Lucy actually made that her profile pic, as did others.
Profile pic?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, she did.
Just kiss on that.
Yeah, that's outstanding. So, thank you. Thank you very much. That definitely needed to be included.
You're welcome.
So,
yeah.
Throughout the entire time, that was Joe Biden's, by the way, 15-minute visit, of which he spoke for exactly 2. Showed up, did a little wave. It was like Queen Elizabeth showing up, but the Pope. It was like, oh, the Pope, the Pope, the Pope. Ah. And the corporate media and the progressive media, they wet their fucking pants, man. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
They wet their pants.
Oh, my God, it's so good.
Oh, my God, he visited a picket line. Dude, I want to hear any conversation he had with a worker. I want it recorded, and I want to hear every single word that mumbled out of that clown's mouth. I'm sorry. They wouldn't let him get anywhere near an actual worker because he would be a clown show embarrassment in anything the man said. Oh, you're on strike. You're building a cars, man. That's great. Like, who knew where he would go? And that's why they kept him on. And he still can't follow the script. It's
Colin in the chat. Historic, y'all.
It's historic, y'all. It's historic.
Yeah.
I swear, just and nobody
so funny.
Nobody talking about it like this except for us and a couple other people, but mostly it's wow. Biden went to the picket line.
Wow,
isn't that so? Wow.
Wow.
Thank you. But I said, throughout the entire contract negotiation process, the UAW has kept workers completely in the dark on the concrete deals of what they've agreed to with companies, including the corporation's demands for huge job cuts in relation to the transition to electric vehicles. They are looking for cuts. Incredible. After they've already made billions of dollars a year, $100 billion in profit over a decade. And the clearest indication that UAW apparatus is preparing a complete sellout, Fain again praised Biden's trip to the picket lines last week, saying, "This week we were joined on the picket line by none other than the President of the United States. It was a historic day," as Colin said. Historic, y'all. Historic, y'all.
Historic.
All right.
It's historic.
In fact, Biden's visit to the picket lines, during which he spoke for just 87 seconds, was aimed primarily at bolstering Fain and the UAW bureaucracy and ensuring that it is able to keep workers' opposition under control. Bernie wasn't enough, so they sent the old fucker in. Ominously...
Because they haven't sent Obama a comfortable shoe yet.
Well, he doesn't go out to the comfortable shoes to the picket lines. He only says he will.
Yeah, but they can send his shoes.
I'll put on my walking shoes.
At least.
I need that too. Ominously, Fain made repeated references to the GM Willow Run Center that Biden visited and other auto plants as arsenals of democracy, referring to the conversion of automotive factories to military production during World War II. Again,
oh my God, he's trying to...
The minute he goes off the script, in the present, Washington, of course, is rapidly escalating its war against Russia in Ukraine.
And I really like that Rosie Riveter lady. She was a big improvement.
Pouring tens of billions in military equipment into the country, we know. Following the failure of the so-called Ukrainian spring offensive, there have been growing calls for boots on the ground by the corporate media. Mm-hmm.
And someone's going to make those boots.
So, this is the timeline, the by the numbers that I put out, that I put together based on what we've already seen here. August 28th, they vote 97% of the union. They're deciding, okay, we're going to strike. We're down. Strike. If they don't give us what we want, 32-hour weeks, no two-tier pay, all the other things that we're asking for, we're going out.
Yep.
Midnight or 10 p.m. Eastern, September 14th, UAW announces 3 parts plants on strike, total of 13,000 workers, one at each manufacturer. That to me also, again, where's Colin? It's historic, y'all. They're putting a narrative together because what was
me outside. How about that?
historic strike language was thrown around due to all 3 domestic OEMs getting hit simultaneously, but it was one non-strategic plant per manufacturer that had 0 impact on profitability.
It's so fucking funny, dude.
Oh, it's not
like
funny at all.
That's what's it's like I could just imagine like the war room, right? Where it's like now General, we have these very important areas here. No. Move everything away from those. Go to the non-strategic. Like like that should be our first order of business.
Yes.
Okay. Like
yes.
Not one, like pick one of them.
Well, that's what
like
they've
one
always...
of the strategics.
Well, traditionally,
pick like one important thing.
Traditionally, the union has selected one of the manufacturers and threatened to strike and shut them down completely, and they had the total amount of power to do that. Now, I think what happened here was they bit off a little more than they could chew in offering this historic strike. So,
yeah.
They say we're going to strike with everyone. They strike with 13,000. After a week, they strike another 5,000 workers. Only at GM and Stellantis, like we said. So now you're at 18,000 workers. All right. Then this Friday, they decide still they're not getting the traction they want. GM's not coming to the table. Stellantis put something out, and that hasn't progressed the way they want. So but they think that maybe it will, so they didn't strike Stellantis this week. So Ford, we thought we were close. Now we're not close, so now we're hitting Ford again. But still, it's only parts distribution centers. Only 25,000 out of 146,000 workers. So let's do some math here, folks. We're gonna go to math class.
All non-strategic.
Let's remember one thing, and Reef asked earlier, how much is in that strike fund? Because I Googled it. Fuck you, Google, but I Googled it 2 days ago, which according to analysts at Evercore ISI represents 12 weeks of strike fund worth at $825 million. Now, on top of the fact that not every UAW worker is an auto worker, so they don't even really fully have access to the $825 million, and nobody's talked about that. Because you've got airline people, you've got plenty of other UAW members that are not auto plant workers that work for the 3 manufacturers.
Are places like the foreign places that have stuff here, like Mitsubishi, I think, right, has stuff?
Plenty of manufacturers have plants here, but most of them are in right-to-work states and non-union. Toyota's in Kentucky. Yep. Nissan is in Tennessee. BMW's in South Carolina. Tesla moved from California, a union state, to Texas, a right-to-work state. You've got manufacturers that are moving from union to right-to-work states because it's better for the capitalists. We know why. So here's where we're going to go to math class. Damn it. God damn it, Bobby.
Janet.
Damn it, Bobby.
I got to get that on the soundboard, too. Dang it, Bobby.
Total strike fund, $825 million. First week, 13,000 workers, $500 a week. That's $6.5 million for those who are counting at home. Week 2, they go up to 18,000 workers. That's another $9 million for that week. This week, we're at 25,000 workers. We're at $12.5 million. People are going to call him brilliant because he's only spent so far $28 million of the 825 million, which
25
to me,
million.
28 million. 16, 6 and 9, 15.5 and 12.5 is 28 million, which is 3.3% of the 825 million. Let me repeat that. They've been on strike for 2.5 weeks, and he's spent 3.3% of their strike fund. Yep. And there's 121,000 workers still on the job under contract, not working without contracts, that are randomly being fired here and there. And I couldn't cover everything with this story, though I really wanted to. There's a lot more. There's Pinkertons that are coming in and physically hitting and hurting the workers from what we are hearing. We are hearing about corporate violence against striking workers happening. That somewhere in Michigan, somebody ran over a worker with a truck or with a car.
When you saw the scabs.
Right. Like, there is a lot more to this story than we were even able to cover in the 45 minutes that we've been talking about it, or so. Please continue to look up
geometry.
I'm going to put all the links to all the articles, and we pulled from like 10 different articles in this segment. Look at all these publications. Support these people that actually are in support of workers, because there are so few publications. Breaking Points wetting their pants. TYT wetting their pants. All these clowns. The Vanguard. Oh my God. Thought that what we were talking about here and why the actual workers are being screwed. What do they know about labor? Dude.
It is Gavin's special living wish to be roasted by his favorite comedians.
Dude. Who? Yeah, exactly. So, well, he got that. Let's see their reaction to what serves as Vanguard, and then we'll talk to those.
Can you stop embarrassing yourself?
Oh, get him off too. He's even worse. He also wet his pants. He wet his pants over Joe Biden went to a pit. Oh my God. He went to a picket line. Oh my.
Ask them.
Yeah. They're all
ask them
clowns. Oh my God. I'm so embarrassed I even like these idiots ever. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to whoever.
Get serious.
These people. Who are these people? Hey guys, we got a merch store. IndependentLeft.shop. We also have INNmerch.com. I got to get that up there somewhere. INNmerch.com will get you to this store, as well as to the INN store and to the Big Mad Crab store. Buy some merch from Big Mad Crab and support our thumbnail guy and our creative director, Big Mad Crab. Oh man, I'm spent already.
Shut up and take my money.
The Vanguard's a bunch of right-wingers. Yes, they are. They love Ukraine. They love funding war. And they love shitting on actual anti-war activists. Yes, that's correct. They're garbage. And I have no qualms about saying that anymore. All right. So how are we doing, everyone?
Who?
We got we got a decent number here. Check it out. Check it out. Crab is in the chat. That math ain't adding up, fam. No, that math does not add up. Something is rotten in the state of Denmark. So there's something else rotten.
Would they get Andrew Yang to do that math? You know?
No. Well, they could. Mm-hmm. I think we're all in that boat mostly. Yes, we are, Cowboy Kitty. We are mostly all in that boat. We're fucked. Let's get a little Misty going here.
We're fucked.
Thank you.
I need to add that to the things that we like.
The regulars.
Right, like I have like over here on the left of my soundboard, I have like the stuff that we use frequently, and I need to add more in there. You know.
Now, before we start our next segment, I wanted to give a shout out to our friend Fiorella, who went to Iran. I don't know if anybody saw this, but she went on some kind of delegation trip to Iran. So I wanted to shout out and. Oh no, I don't hear it. Maybe you guys hear it.
I heard it.
Good. I don't hear any of those, but I got that thing where it's sending to the wrong thing. But hey, I love that sound bit that he grabbed that. We've got members in chat. By the way, you can subscribe to YouTube membership for the channel on INN, Indie News Network, youtube.com/Indie News Network. Become a subscriber for as low as $2.99 per month. You get these little badges and icons for chatting. Yes, who are these people? I've also been releasing every week an early segment of Nobody Wants to Work Anymore, about a day in advance for the members as well as for the patrons over at patreon.com/Indie News Network. You can go check it out over there and subscribe, support independent media, because we could use every dollar. And we got a couple this week, and thank you so much for our new subscribers. I don't know if I got everybody on this list. It's getting so, thankfully, between all the super chat donors and you can leave a super chat, by the way, over on YouTube, but all the donors and all the subscribers, thank you. We're gonna have to make a slide now. I think that's the next step, because we're getting a nice number. And thank you so much to everyone for supporting us. And we're still kicking, and we're just growing. So this guy is CJ Hopkins. We've talked about this guy quite a bit. We've covered a bunch of his articles, and we've talked about his case and his story and what's happening to him, who lives in Germany. So now let me go back here for a second to us, and let me turn this off and escape out of here, because now we got to do it live and go to this.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
CJ Hopkins is over on Substack, cjhopkins.substack.com. He also has a website called The Consent Factory, consentfactory.org. So what's been happening is that CJ has been prosecuted for publishing a book cover and for a subsequent series of tweets promoting said book. So I'll read from CJ here. So the Berlin state prosecutor has launched another criminal investigation of me. Apparently, I'm being charged with the reporting on the original investigation of me that the Berlin state prosecutor launched in June. He's being prosecuted for reporting on the prosecution. Yep, very Kafkaesque. What happened is the prosecutor visited my blog and read a column I published in July, which we read here, the decriminalization of dissent revisited, which included screenshots of the alleged hate crime tweets that the original criminal investigation is based on, and that resulted in the order of punishment that the Berlin District Court handed down 2 weeks ago. Yes, the order of punishment. So the prosecutor opened a new criminal investigation and sent my attorney an official notice explaining the gravity of the additional charges.
And who's charging? The Ministry of Truth or Big Brother himself?
The German Ministry of Truth.
Das German, ja.
Ja. Ja.
Ach, mein Handy, ja.
So the charges are of the utmost gravity. I am officially accused of relativizing or minimizing the crimes of the Nazis by republishing the 2 tweets that I originally tweeted. And once again, here are the tweets, and he's going to republish them again.
Yep, again. Yep.
He says,
the white balance on that is good, that way we're fine.
He says, yes, that's right. I just published them again, and I'm going to explain why I published them again.
Oops, I did it again.
I love CJ. Yes.
I played with your heart.
I'm not going to explain them again. I've explained them in several previous columns. I've explained them to Matt Taibbi of Racket News, Max Blumenthal of The Gray Zone, James Freeman, Patrick Henningsen, Elena Louise Lang, Dirk Pullman, and Christine Black at Brownstone Institute. Forgive me if I'm forgetting anyone. Well, unfortunately, we're not on that list, though we would love to be. I explained them to Stefan Milius of Weltwoche and another journalist at a big Swiss newspaper. My attorneys explained them in German to the prosecutor and to German audiences on Kontrafunk. Sorry. I'm sure I'm wrong butchering that. RT published a piece explaining them. I believe that they've been exhaustively explained. Now, not that they ever really needed explanation. You'd have to be a certified moron to believe that they minimized or relativized in any way made light of the crimes of the Nazis. You and I are not certified morons. Neither is the Berlin state prosecutor. I would argue that neither is the District Court of Berlin. Not to put too fine a point on it, the charges are horseshit, and everyone involved knows it. They are a blatant pretext to crack down on dissent. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Now let me explain why I just published the tweets again, knowing full well that the Breland State Prosecutor is probably going to read this column, become extremely agitated, and charge me with additional hate crimes. Quote unquote. Because, of course, they're ludicrously not hate crimes. No, I'm not a glutton for punishment. He's not a glutton for punishment. I'm not at all enjoying my introduction to the so-called German legal system. It's taking up my time. It's making me angry. It's upsetting my wife, which I do not appreciate. It's costing me a lot of money. It's forced me to ask other people for money, which is something I do not like to do.
Sad.
Yes, that's sad. It's screwing with my sleep. It's distracting me from my work, and so on, which is exactly the point. The goal of horseshit prosecutions like mine and those of many other dissidents currently is to A, punish us for speaking out against new normal totalitarianism by making our lives as miserable as possible. B, to make examples of us to discourage others from speaking out. And C, to intimidate us into shutting the fuck up.
Since it's German horse shit specifically.
Pferdescheiße.
Pferdescheiße. That's it. That's how we do that.
That's foul. I will say that that I had a personal friend turn to me who knows what I do, and though he knows that I'm, indie, but he knows my personal life, and he says, they're locking up people, and he heard about the Cop City stuff. He's a total normie. He watched something about something, and he's got relatives in Georgia.
Ooh, Cop City.
Lamb. Yes.
Yeah.
Stop, Cop City. Shut that the hell down.
Lamb.
So he's worried because he heard that activists were getting arrested and activists were being prosecuted and charged with domestic terrorism. And I said, yeah. And he said, you got a family, man. You can't fuck around. And I'm like, well, yes, but if I can't sit and watch corporate TV knowing what I know now. I can't go back. So now what? I have to fight system. So that's what I'm doing. So that's what we do. Totalitarians.
Well, as the BC Boys said, you do have to fight for your right.
Yeah. Well, okay. Totalitarians, fascists, and other power freaks are essentially just glorified schoolyard bullies. They may cloak themselves in the mantle of the law, but their modus operandi is brute force. Beneath all the bullshit, their message is simple. Either do what we say or we will hurt you. Okay, prepare yourself because I'm going to give you some advice. I do not generally like to do that, but in this case, I'm going to make an exception. Never, ever give in to a bully. The second you do, that bully owns you. When the bully wants more than whatever he is demanding, more than anything else in the world, is your fear. The bully interprets your fear as respect. Because the bully doesn't understand respect. The bully craves your fear and your obedience because they reify the bully's authority. They enable the bully to feel powerful. I need that. Yes.
I know. I'll add it to the list.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They reify the bully's authority. They enable the bully to feel powerful and important. The bully needs to feel powerful and important because the bully feels weak and unimportant and afraid. All fascists are essentially cowards. They are cowards and nihilists who hate themselves and fear themselves and hate and fear life.
Yeah, nihilists.
They are nihilists, which is why they are so obsessed with controlling everything. We believe in nothing. Except for our friend Klaus. And eating the bugs and Agenda 2030.
It's the fucking Germans. That makes way too much sense.
CJ's point is never give in to a bully.
Yeah, nihilists.
Never reify a bully's authority. If you do, you will find yourself sucked into the bully's sadistic, nihilistic reality. You'll be playing by their rules. And that is all reality is. A set of rules we agree to play by, or in this case, do not agree to play by. So, getting back to my criminal case and the Berlin State Prosecutor's latest attempt to bully me into shutting up and demonstrating my respect for the authority and power of the Berlin State Prosecutor, fuck that. I don't respond well to threats. I do not take orders from totalitarians and fascists or any other type of authoritarians or bullies. So that is why I've republished these tweets, and why I will continue to republish those tweets every time the German authorities threaten me with additional criminal charges for refusing to obey their authority. Again, I am under no illusions. I expect the prosecutor to file new charges and issue further threats, which I will defy, which will lead to additional charges, and so on. I am not looking forward to that, but thank you. I don't have any other choice, not if I want to be able to respect myself. If you have doubts about whether that will happen, i.e. an endless cycle of new bullshit criminal charges stemming from my repeated refusal to respond to the German authorities' bullying, well, let me tell you about another dissident the German authorities are currently persecuting, and I'll do it quickly and then I'll let you go. And we could also talk about Alina Lip, but as many of my readers are aware, I'm presently holed up in an undisclosed location in the Italian countryside. Michael Ballweg, the founder and lead organizer of Querendenken movement, okay, I'm sure I'm butchering that and I apologize, was also here for a while.
Querendenken, yeah.
Yes. Michael, who is an excellent cook, whipped up some delicious extremist dinners, after which we all sat around denying COVID, conspiracy theorizing, brainwashing. COVID is real. I'm kidding.
Sounds like a good time.
Right? Brainwashing each other with Russian propaganda and delegitimizing the state and so on. Man, that sounds like a party I want to be at. Late at night.
Russian scum!
Late at night, where the other extremists were sleeping, Michael and I discussed our criminal cases. Michael's case is a bit more serious than mine. Michael just spent 9 months in jail. The German authorities have seized his assets and frozen all his funds, so he's homeless and bankrupt, and they're prosecuting him for attempted fraud, money laundering, and tax evasion, or in other words, for launching a protest movement. What? If you're not familiar with Michael and Querendenken, you can read the official propaganda disseminated by the usual mainstream media or the intelligence officers who edit Wikipedia. Hi, Gene. Or here's a spiked article to start you off. Then go ahead, do your own research. Don't do that now. The most absurd aspect of Michael's case is the German authorities and respect my authority theory of his crimes. According to his theory, Michael's devious... Jesus. Yes, thank you, Derek. Michael's devious scheme was to commit serious fraud by, well, basically launching a nationwide protest movement that was certain to get a ton of media attention and incur the wrath of the German authorities, which it did.
Right to jail, right away.
As any criminal mastermind will confirm, the best way to commit major fraud is to absolutely infuriate the government by organizing a series of massive protests and generate tons of media attention, because you definitely want as much publicity as possible while you're defrauding your unsuspecting supporters of their voluntary donations to your cause. Seriously, this is their theory of the crime, which would make Michael Ballweg the most idiotic and incompetent fraudster in the history of fraud. That's saying something, considering Bernie Madoff's out there. Now, I could go on about his case and mine, or those numerous other dissidents that are currently being made examples of. Free Julian Assange, and about the broader global cap crackdown on dissent, which is happening not just in New Normal Germany, but all throughout the New Normal Reich. Yes, he says it, the New Normal Reich. He is not joking around or making light of the Nazism. He is equating what is actually happening here to the kind of totalitarianism that happened there, the type of systemic control, the type of media control, the type of narrative control, the type of war machine.
Control.
But of course, I need to end here and go water some plants. But CJ needs to end there and go water some plants. He's serving as caretaker of this thought criminal sanctuary, and he takes his responsibilities seriously, but he'll keep us posted on his further hate crimes. And in the meantime, best wishes from somewhere in Italy. I fucking love him. He's just
Right to jail, right away.
Tongue in cheek, sarcastic, cynical as all hell. But it doesn't end there because he put out a banger that I had to at least call attention to.
We got a super chat in the break.
Yay, we got a super chat. Hey, how about that?
We
did. Yay, let's do it. I don't know if I even can in this screen, but spooky October. Yes, we are no longer in September. The 21st night of no. That's not us. That's the independent review. Hi, Ryan. That's Ryan. Everybody.
What's up, Ian?
Okay, back to CJ Hopkins. He wrote this hilarious article about what happened with our friend Michael Shellenberger, who's not really our friend, but he's an independent journalist and one of the Twitter Files reporters. And he kind of got clowned this week or last week, and I had to. Mr. Mike's Mondo Imbroglio, or how not to launch a global anti-censorship movement. So brilliant.
Sounds like a fucking Wes Anderson movie title.
Right? What had happened was... Now, if you remember correctly... we covered an article back in February or March. CJ traveled incognito from Germany to London to attend an event. And you can see some of the people who were also at the event the day after publicly. But the day before, he talked about the secret event that he attended, where all the people talked about Global Cap and what are we going to do about Global Cap and how are we going to fight Global Cap. And they created this super secret DM thread, basically is what it was. They created an organization that was communicating via DM or Slack or Skype or whatever thread they were using to organize. So here's where we're at. CJ says, and this was on September 20th. He wrote the other one on like the 11th. I've been excommunicated from Michael Shellenberger's global anti-censorship movement. It's my own fault. I was sowing dissension. I engaged in harmful speech. I engaged in harmful speech in the group chat. I was making people feel uncomfortable. I was not playing ball. I was not with the program. So damn tongue-in-cheek. I swear I love this guy so much. The program, as you may recall, was launched in Westminster, London in June when Mike and Matt Taibbi and Russell Brand exposed the censorship industrial complex. And here is the event that, of course, took place, like they said, in June, for £35 sterling a head. My readers recall this piece I published about the secret gathering of journalists. Hey, we referred to that. Right? Authors, artists, academics, activists.
How much is 35 pounds? Is that what it was?
About $50, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So less than $100. Got it.
I don't know anybody that charges $100 for an event.
I don't know anybody. Maybe Mr. Jazz President.
No activist would do that.
No, they would never, especially one that likes Curtis Mayfield. They would never.
So like CJ says.
Not ever. And Coltrane?
This is great. I couldn't say too much about it at the time as we were operating under strict OPSEC protocols and had taken oaths of silence and so on, which being excommunicated, I'm no longer bound by. Now, I'm still going to be a little cagey, however, as there are a lot of people still involved in Mike's movement who I like and respect, and I don't want to harm them with my dissension sowing any more than necessary. Also, before I make fun of Mike and share my somewhat more serious thoughts about how not to launch a free speech movement, I want to make it clear that I still support...
In quotation.
Yes, that I still support this campaign and any other anti-censorship campaign, regardless of how flawed or superlicious it may be. Superlicious. Supercilious. Superlicious.
Fragalicious. XBL. What?
Yeah.
Fergie.
Yep. That's right.
right.
I knew where you were going. Yep. All right. So let's get down to it, shall we? Mike's movement is preparing to publish a declaration. It's a good declaration. I contributed to it. I signed it, although my name will not appear on it now, as Mike has threatened to remove it if I published a piece like this. Again, it's just like with the German prosecutor. I'm laying out a narrative here, folks. Mike is an extremely smart guy. Mike is an extremely smart guy, but he doesn't seem to get that I don't respond well to threats, or rather that this is how I respond to threats, or who knows? Maybe he actually wanted me to publish this piece and goaded me into it, which I can see how that would be a shrewd PR move. In any event.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Right? In any event, it's a good declaration, or was the last time I had access to it. There's nothing wrong with the declaration. What has taken up most of the last 3 months of the coalition's time and energy and has led to my excommunication is the hunt for very important persons to be included as signatories when the declaration is released. I call this star fucking, personally.
Oh.
And we got a lot of star fuckers in our space, by the way.
The more you know.
Apparently, the way it works with such declarations
That's a different star.
And open letters, yes, that's a different star. The way it works with such letters and declarations and open letters and so on is that you write up your declaration or letter and then you try to get selected big shots to sign it in order to make it look more impressive to, well, whoever you're trying to impress. The character of your big shot signatories is critical because the media and the court of public opinion and your potential major philanthropic backers are going to judge you by
about the money, Lebowski.
Are going to judge you by the company you keep. Mike's anti-censorship coalition. I see you see where we're going here, sir. Mike's anti-censorship coalition has been carrying out this process by consensus under the watchful eye and firm hand of Mike. How convenient. Mike is not the leader of this coalition, which is totally leaderless and democratic, of course. He's just the facilitator who explains the objectives, makes the final decisions, polices people's speech, and excommunicates suppressive persons whose dissension sowing threatens to disrupt the atmosphere of mutual respect that Mike feels he needs to maintain in the group chat. I feel a little bit attacked, but at the same time, that is poetry.
No.
That's poetry right there.
That makes sense. Pip,
Yes.
pip, pip, pip.
Mike has a little control freak problem. I don't know what he means by that. Many non-leader...
Is Reef you personally attacked again?
Many non-leader leaders of movements do.
Yep.
If you've ever been involved in political activism, you know what I mean. If you haven't, count your blessings. Thank you, sir. Anyway.
Non-leader leaders.
Anyway.
Leader.
Doctor.
Doctor.
Glad I'm not sick.
I'm glad I'm not sick. Jinx. Hope.
R.I.P. to Bob Hope. And I bet you didn't hear that on YouTube today, anywhere else.
No. Rip to Bob Hope.
Anyway.
The goat.
Getting back to CJ, because we have another article still to get to, and it's a long one. Yeah. The hunt for VIP signatories has been awkward due to A, the need to maintain the appearance of decision by consensus in the coalition's totally non-hierarchical group chat. B, concern among various coalition members, including divisive VIPs, quote unquote, and C, Mike's behind-the-scenes machinations. For example, at one point, I offered to contact one of the only VIPs I know to ask him for help with further VIP outreach. Mike jumped into the chat and quashed that idea, as I had made it clear that I was not willing to try to dictate to this very important person who he should and should not reach out to on our behalf. Days or weeks later, I can't remember exactly, one of Mike's employees wrote to me sub rosa and gave me the secret go-ahead from Mike. So I reached out to this VIP, who then reached out to some other VIPs, many of whom were happy to sign, and some of whom offered to help with further outreach. Hey, that sounds like a good thing, right? Panic broke out at Coalition HQ. Some of the very important persons that my very important person had invited were potentially divisive persons who hadn't been vetted by consensus on the coalition's VIP vetting spreadsheet. I kid you not. I kid you not, there's an actual spreadsheet. Again, personally attacked.
Hey, No, that's spreadsheets are the work of pocket protectors. You're okay. You know, I get it. Like,
he's attacking nerds.
You spreadsheet nerd.
I'm proud to be a nerd. So I was asked to reach out to my VIP and instruct him to cease and desist with further outreach before he reached out to further divisive persons who might reach out to further divisive persons, at which point everything might spin out of control. Needless to say, I declined to do that. If you're wondering about exactly who qualifies as a divisive person in the coalition, well, certainly not very important persons like Richard Dawkins, who in 2021 compared folks who refused the COVID vaccines to faith heads releasing rattlesnakes in supermarkets, but later admitted that mistakes may have been made. Or fanatical new normalist Slavoj Žižek, and I hate saying that name.
Žižek. God bless you.
Here's a quote from God bless you. The catch is that even if life does eventually return to some semblance of normality, it will not be the same normal as the one we experienced before the outbreak. Quote, things we used to do as part of daily life will no longer be taken for granted. We will have to learn to live a much more fragile life with constant threats. We will have to change our entire stance to life, as to our existence as living beings among other forms of life. Man, did this guy get fear-mongered to shit. Right?
Yeah.
So then you can watch him extremely worked up in support of the COVID vaccine mandates.
Oh, that face.
And mocking people who care about silly things like their personal bodily autonomy with Bree Joy Gray in 2021. Hey, look, I didn't blank out the bad faith logo with an INN logo, but I could have. VIPs like Dawkins and Žižek are not divisive. They are very important A-list persons who are committed to universal human rights and freedom of speech and all that kind of totalitarian and lockdown and segregate and censor everyone because of a virus with a 99.8% survival rate. No, we're not eugenicists, which in this case, is St. fucking Heil. Right. Russell Brand, however, is definitely divisive. You remember Russell Brand, right? We all remember Russell Brand. You're frozen, Reef.
We might be ignorant to misogyny and sexual assault. We might be. Someone said.
We all remember Russell Brand from that poster advertising the big event in London, don't you? Well, here's our friend Russell Brand today. No bueno. He's got some accusations out there. So, the Russell Brand cancellation op was what sealed my fate with Mike's free speech movement. I have been holding my notes for quite a while. For example, I never opposed having people like Dawkins and Žižek on the signatories list, as I understood the PR logic. Yeah. And I was praying none of the coalition members would bring up the revelations, as one of them put it. But the odds of that not happening were poor. Sure enough, someone brought Brand up, and someone checked, and he had been asked to sign on, but as of Saturday, he hadn't responded, at least not according to the VIP vetting spreadsheet. The famously VIP vetting spreadsheet.
See, they're useful.
Well, exactly, because it said that he had not responded. So that was obviously a huge relief.
Right.
However, what if he responded now and wanted to sign, i.e. post revelations? Should he still be allowed to?
A risk assessment.
A risk assessment was suggested. He says, I got a little snarky and proposed that we skip the risk assessment and all the other PR strategizing bullshit and just uphold the principles we're claiming to defend.
Right, isn't that hard?
Whereupon Mike Shellenberger needed to reach me urgently, presumably to shout at me and threaten me again. I had had an earlier such phone call from Mike when I criticized his sucking up to Elon Musk and suggested
Elmo.
that it made... Elmo.
It's me, Elmo.
And suggested, fuck you, Elmo, that it made us look not quite neutral. Mike called me at home apoplectic. I love that word, apoplectic. That is one of my favorite words. That time...
Apoplectic.
Apoplectic. It's so...
Rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
Right? Apoplectic. Say that 5 times fast. And threatened to kick me at that point, when he yelled at Michael, when Michael yelled at him about criticizing Michael about Elmo, he threatened to kick him out of the club. But nothing I couldn't handle.
Yep.
I've known a lot of control freaks in my day, and Mike has done and is still doing a lot of great work. And we all have our character flaws, don't we? Anyway, I wasn't in the mood for another screaming, threatening conversation with Mike, as I was still at my friend's converted monastery in Italy, which we talked about before, and I finally had a peaceful day to myself.
Lovely.
He had to side note that the Italian workmen who are jackhammering big holes in the monastery walls don't work on the weekends, so apparently it's not so peaceful.
Oh, it's me, a Geppetto. I jackhammer the walls, but not on the weekends.
Geppetto, you
I
mean
go to my wife.
Pinocchio's puppet master? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's just general Italian name.
So I decided that I would call him back later, and next thing I knew, I was excommunicated.
You are tearing me apart, Lisa!
As he's using the excommunicated language because he's literally staying in a monastery, which I just
yeah, I know, right?
I'm not a
Patriot Feely. I'll give you last rites.
Oh, yes. Well,
You're Santi.
We'll get to that during boats.
Yep.
I'm not a professional movement builder, but I'm pretty sure this is not how you do it. I don't mean my excommunication. I mean the suffocating top-down micromanagement, the PR strategizing, the VIP idolatry, and the paranoia about alienating mainstream people who are going to be alienated anyway, regardless of how many Hollywood celebrities and Harvard professors you dangle in their faces. I don't want to dangle anybody.
Idolatry. Not the Dollar Tree.
No, it's idolatry. You are committed idolatry. But I don't want to see anything dangled in anybody's faces, really. But the simple fact is, playing by the rules of the system and the reality you claim to be opposing is a recipe for failure. Or worse than failure, a diversion, the simulation of success, which is where I'm afraid Mike's movement is headed. Movements are not PR campaigns. Yes, of course, some PR is involved, but the masses are not your employees, and they aren't CGI extras in your narcissistic movie. They're actual living, breathing people.
Damn!
Yeah, they are. People who do not need us to lead them. Basically, the masses don't give a shit what Richard Dawkins and Slavoj Žižek endorse. The editors of respected publications like the New Yorkers and the New York Times give a shit, but the masses don't give a shit about them. If you're going to build a movement to oppose the censorship industrial complex, which Mike claims he wants to do at some point, you're going to have to alienate some of your friends and colleagues in normal world and get your hands dirty and connect with the masses, or the people that no one has ever heard of, as Mike calls them. Again, I'm going to repeat that one because that seems like it's kind of important. Michael Shellenberger referring to
Unity
the
doesn't
normies.
represent what you're against. It represents what you are for.
The people that no one has ever heard of, and let's continue on that theme, the people that no one has ever heard of are not stupid. They know the difference between a serious anti-censorship campaign and a vanity project. There's still time for Mike to turn this thing around. Well, I don't know. There's still time for Mike to turn this thing around, let go of the reins, stop sucking up to the mainstream establishment, and reach out to the masses. Honestly, I hope he will. I wish him and the London Gang success. There are millions of people out there who would get on board with a grassroots campaign opposing the censorship industrial complex. But to get them on board, you have to let go of the wheel and let them steer the ship.
Let Jesus drive.
Take the wheel. The irony, here it is the irony is when you're building a movement, when you know you're succeeding is when you lose control of it. When the movement doesn't need you to lead it, when it starts moving in directions you never imagined and starts doing things you never intended. But you can't get there if you suffocate it in its infancy. If you're so obsessed with maintaining control that you snuff out every idea and impulse that doesn't conform to your vision of it. Again, I feel personally attacked a little bit, but I try not to go that extreme like this. And those that are in INN certainly would hopefully agree with me. But
in that list of words coming up, you can just not say a few of them.
Like
list of names. You'll get there.
Yeah, I know.
You know, you can just skip a few.
Yeah. So Mike means well. I know what you mean. Mike means well. He's got a good heart, and he's a fighter, all of which I respect. I can hope that he can learn that lesson quickly. Perhaps the thing he set in motion will teach it to him as things progress. We certainly could do with an actual global anti-censorship grassroots movement. I hope Mike and the gang can unclench their anal sphincters a bit and get us there. So colorful and descriptive. Oh, and regarding Russell Brand, I don't know Russell Brand. I have absolutely no idea what he has or hasn't done, and neither do you probably, which is not the point.
Exactly.
The point is that the global capitalist crackdown on dissent, which is in full swing. Russell Brand is just the latest head on a spike, alongside the heads of Free Julian Assange, Bring Home Edward Snowden, and I disagree with all the other people that he lists on that list. However,
Corbyn, I could say
in some ways,
Carlson, no.
The Democrats have certainly persecuted Donald Trump, and Fox News has
he got kicked off Twitter,
and Fox News is keeping him off the air. Carlson off the air until after the election. Now, he also says that they're greasing up a spike for Booby Kennedy's head, which I disagree with, but also the head of anyone else who challenges them, even people that no one has heard of, like CJ.
Yep.
And he thinks that Max Blumenthal, our friend over at the Gray Zone, Indie Media Award honoree, by the way, one of the best out there, subscribe to the Gray Zone.
Max Blumenstein and Rubenthal.
If Russell Brand had just made the requisite celebrity pilgrimage to Zelensky and kept his mouth shut about the COVIDians, he would have dodged this bullet. Whatever the merits of the allegations might be, this much is obvious. Yeah, Sean Penn isn't getting any accusations thrown at him, but you know, Max is a Russian. No. I love this line. Okay, I want to blow this up because that's my favorite part of the article. Max Blumenthal, per CJ Hopkins, tongue-in-cheek, of course, is a Russian-sponsored, COVID-denying, conspiracy-theorizing, Trump-loving, transphobic, anti-Semitic Jew who raped his neighbor's hamster or whatever.
Russian scum!
Exactly. But then, who among us isn't these days? And I proudly stand alongside Max, CJ, and all of them. So, damn, I'm sorry I'm running long, y'all, but I got another one to cover, and I wrote this one, so we're definitely going to cover this one. And so let me start by saying that Reef and I have been discussing, well, before we do that, I want to say hi to chat. I say hi to our friends that are there. Golden Monarch, I like your new Golden Monarch. Crab is saying, this is why I love CJ, as do I. So dry of nuance. Yes, it is. And he's also so dry of such sarcasm that it the snarkometer. I know Glenn has the snarkometer that Turncoat Don has. CJ would destroy the snarkometer even more so than Glenn does. Before we continue, I also want to give a shout out to our friend Pasta Jardula over at the Convo Couch and his new movie, Lahaina Burning. And the trailer music played by our friend Jesse Jett, where the Kings of Colony is featured at the end. So love to Pasta, love to Jesse. So happy to see our friends producing such great stuff and working together to amplify independent media. All right. Boats. Yes, we're going to have boats later. KYE for sure. We're going to have boats. How much though? Any non-super PACs? I think we're talking about Greens and they're talking about Cornell West. Yes. Zizek is an idiot and a very verbose one. Thank you, Spooky. Agreed.
Zizek.
You're
Whoopee.
Sabby sunk her battleship on Friday. I don't know whose battleship. Oh, Claudia de
They're
la
talking
Cruz.
about that DSA lady.
Really? Yeah. She's not DSA. She's PSL.
Close enough.
Mom and dad fight. Goldman Sachs and the PSL. Oh shit, that's why. Dr. Nick's got it. Oh.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Democracy simply doesn't work.
There are more gaming servers than crypto servers. They're talking about Discords. Okay. You down with OPP? No, you don't know me.
Yeah,
no.
You know me.
Yep.
I mean, but not
PSL.
really.
PSL 2. Oh man. I know about the People's Forum and their donation. But, you know, look.
People's Elbow.
And maybe even Code Pink. Anyone? Sorry. Didn't say that. Maybe I did. Okay. Anyway.
More like Code Red.
Anyway. So Reef and I have been talking about the platform, Rumble, and Reef loves to talk about platforms. We know.
You are fake news.
Well, that has been Reef's contention from day one, is that there's a lot of fake views on Rumble. So this week, and before that, somebody had posted that they were going to move over to Rumble over on Substack Notes, and I'm going to include, I'll tell you exactly what inspired me and how I got motivated to write this, but for months and months and months, we've been on Rumble now. We're going to tell that story, how long and everything. So you know what? Let me just get into it. Rumble's fake views? Really? Is it? I don't know. So a YouTube rival. So what is Rumble? They're a YouTube rival. Everyone in chat here really knows about Rumble. You probably watch some stuff on Rumble. We're streaming live to Rumble right now, actually, among other platforms. Mm-hmm. People love to talk about it, but how many are actually using it? So here's what we're going to do. It says fake views. Shout out to Crab for the thumbnail. You have fake views. So let's talk about Rumble.
You are fake news.
As someone who's been amplifying and creating anti-capitalist, anti-imperialist, independent media for the last few years, I've seen YouTube censor plenty of creators. Channels and people I watch have been demonetized, like the Convo Couch and others. Others have been temporarily suspended for TOS violations that are never clear, including Indie News Network themselves. A few were outright kicked off YouTube and had their channels and content erased. Like, I know Jimmy Young has had like 4 channels knocked out, and T-Lav has had a bunch of channels taken out, and they're coming for the independent review too.
I have 70 alternative accounts.
Every time that happens, there are inevitably a bunch of people who suggest they switch to Rumble, which is also Wall Street owned like YouTube. I wanted to mention that. All right, but has positioned itself as much more hesitant to censor content and creators than YouTube. I also want to say that Rumble, in addition to Rockfin and Odyssey, are 3 lesser-known platforms that cater to political independence, those who question government narratives, and video creators and publishers who fight the corporate media apparatus. Rumble has developed itself a reputation for catering to right-wingers, but a platform is only comprised by the creators who choose to publish to it. I've heard similar accusations thrown at Odyssey and at BitChute, another video platform that refuses to censor creators. We have channels on all 3 platforms for both Indie Left Media, right, as well as Indie News Network.
I think Twitter automatically blocks one of those, isn't it? BitChute?
I believe it marks BitChute links as unsafe. All of them have their benefits, drawbacks, idiosyncrasies, and challenges to work with as a content creator. So I wanted to write this from the perspective of someone that would not normally write this and give a little inside baseball with it as well. None of these 3 come even close to the number of viewers, engagement, or chat volume as YouTube for the same stream. Because we stream simultaneously there. Right now, we've got more than 30 people watching on YouTube, and I can tell you that we don't have that many watching over on Rumble or Rockfin or an Odyssey. We don't stream live.
whatever.
Whatever, that too. Yes. And the links are, of course, there. Okay. Our Rockfin channel, shout out to rockfin.com/indleftnews, has over 4,000 followers, yet YouTube crushes Rockfin in views despite only 1,850 YouTube subscribers. Funny, but our Rumble channel, which only has about 750 followers, consistently somehow rivals or beats the YouTube in terms of live stream view counts. Now, I have full disclosure here that I have no insider knowledge here. I don't own shares of Rumble stock. I probably should have disclosed that somewhere too. I'm not an owner or a shareholder. I have no stake other than as a creator. The only evidence of what's happening I have are my eyes, ears, observations, logic, and stats from my own channels, which we're going to share here, plus whatever's public. And I've got some public information that we pulled as well. Now, to be completely honest, I didn't really want to write this post at all. I like Rumble, but it was inspired by my buddy Rich Slutsky, who writes a Substack, by the way, lies, counterspin, lies, lies, and counterspin. I don't know. I'll put the link in the chat. Rich is awesome. Subscribe to him on Substack and Notes. He has the uncanny ability to inspire the following process. One, find an issue that's important to me. Then he peels at a scab that I've been seeing that few others seem to see, talk about, or care about, which in this case, people seem to not really care about, but I still think it's important. 3, inspire me to wax rhapsodic about it on Notes in a reply to him. Then realize that this really belongs in an article or even a series because it's too long. And then go to my dashboard and open up Create Post. So here we are. And here's his note. And I'm going to open this up. Oh, I don't have to open it. Good. So it says, headline figures. Rumble lost nearly $60 million in the last 6 months. And he wrote this in September, and that was over for the first half of 2023. Rumble video counts may not be entirely accurate due to pre-roll loops counting as views. Huh. I found this very interesting. Also, Rumble is wasting money on exclusive contracts, and it isn't profitable because of this. So Rich's tag was actually to the co-founders of Substack. It says, so fellas, what are some things Substack can take away from this critique of Rumble? I'm looking to the last point mostly, that Rumble seems too focused on securing legacy figureheads with lucrative contracts. I see parallels in your Substack election, and I would hate for you to go the way of the Rumble bird. That's funny. Instead of the dodo bird, the Rumble bird. So, like I said, this inspired me, and I replied, and it started me thinking, and I opened this up.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Isn't that later? No, it's time. Right, that's his brother. That's Michael Buffer, by the way.
That's his brother. That's Michael Buffer.
Not
yeah.
Bruce. Did you not realize that?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I know that. It was just you. Why did it pause that? Anyway.
Well, that's cool.
Finished it out.
So I have lots of feelings about Rumble, and they must be doing something right because as I'm writing this, and this is what I wanted to talk about, the Associated Press, the narrative managers for the establishment, just published a hit piece about them and the content they refused to censor, mostly around the coordinated hit against Russell Brand and Rumble's refusal to demonetize and deplatform him at the request and behest and demand of the UK Parliament.
Yeah.
The corporate media and the establishment used the Associated Press. Now, this was on the night of the Republican presidential debate, the second one, and they published an article about, and here's the article, and I'm going to give it 1 second of view time because I don't want to give it much light, but RNC's live streaming partner is a haven for disinformation and extremism. All right, I'm going back. I'm getting rid of that nonsense and garbage. Now, who is Rumble? I'm going to give you a real assessment from someone who's been using it, from someone who's heard all the smears and all the garbage and uses it every day and actually watches content on Rumble. I'm one of the few that actually does, and he can attest to it. I watch on Rumble. I watch on Rockfin. I use the alternate platforms that I actually subscribe to and tell others to. Practice what I preach. They're a publicly traded company on the New York Stock Exchange. Stock symbol RUM. And what's cool is that if you put a $RUM in a Substack post and hit space, it'll actually pull in the growth on thing or, the last whatever. They sell themselves as an anti-YouTube champions of free speech. This is the description on Yahoo Finance, is that they operate in the US and Canada and internationally. They're Canadian based. They operate rumble.com platform, where users can subscribe to channels to stay in touch with creators, access video on demand, and live content streamed by creators. Sounds like YouTube. It also operates locals.com, a subscription platform for creators and subscribers to engage through video on demand, podcasts, live chat, polls, and community discussions, and the Rumble Advertising Center, an online advertising management exchange, which is also something they've launched this year. The company was founded in 2013.
Public, pretty much. That's what we're, yeah.
Well, yes, they're public. And they started appearing on my radar about 2 years ago when they signed a deal with Glenn Greenwald, Matt Orfala, and others. I signed up for a free profile that day and started uploading content there. So here's Matt's tweet where he tagged the wrong thing that day. And I actually replied and said, I'm signing up. I was actually a premium Patreon subscriber to Matt, so I had that right away. That same day, like I said, an article entitled, that was back in 2021, August of 2021, that got Rumble a lot of light, also from the Washington Post this time, again, from the narrative management establishment that's creating their own enemy. An article entitled, Rumble, a YouTube rival popular with conservatives, will pay creators who challenge the status quo, was published in the Washington Post. And it gave a lot of light to the announcement. Like I said, that was Glenn Greenwald.
Yep. We covered that they were going to have Rumble was going to be the only place with the Republican debates too. We covered it a long time ago.
Live exclusively on INN News.
Put it on Rumble.
No, live on INN News. No, that's not true. But anyway, Rumble acquired Locals, like we said.
Is it on the YouTube?
It's on YouTube.
I don't know if we put it up on YouTube. We might have.
I'm pretty sure you put it up as a clip on YouTube. Maybe.
I remember we that was the week we were off of YouTube because of
maybe not. Yeah. I think we got it all up there. But a couple months after I signed up for a free account in October of 2021, Rumble acquired Locals, which is a Substack-like competitor. So they offer a newsletter and a website that forces creators to paywall all their content for $19.99 a month each subscriber. Now, as it turns out, I'm not correct on that. The content creator does control how much they charge, and Lee Camp actually reached out to me and said, mine's like $6 a month. It was $5 a month last year, which I believe is the minimum. But Locals attracted personalities like Tulsi Gabbard, Kim Iverson, and Nico House early on in 2019 and 20. You know who started Locals, by the way? Dave fucking Rubin. Dave Rubin founded Locals.
Oh, that makes sense.
It allowed
Not Portnoy?
Not Portnoy, no, Dave Rubin. Like former TYT douchebag turned conservative Dave Rubin, who has a big Rumble
sandwich
platform.
Man.
By the way, why do you think he's pushed so heavily on Rumble? Because he built Locals, which they bought from him, and he's probably got a board seat or some kind of stake. Anyway. Locals allowed creators to have a more intimate conversation with their fans since everyone was paying to be there. I am not a fan of this model, as it only works if you have a following willing to shell out $20 a month for your content. And most smaller creators don't. Looks like you can set your monthly as low as $5, but there is no free tier option for subscribers. Now, Lee, again, claims that there is plenty of free content available on his Locals. Most of the content creators on Locals do not make a lot of content free, or it's really old. And then I linked to the latest webpage catering to creators and reminding people that since acquisition, Glenn has moved exclusively to Locals from Substack, abandoning it. Okay. He's likely also a big investor in Rumble, though I am speculating and I don't have data on that. I'm guessing they've given him options, shares, etc., which gives him stake in promoting the platform. And they also own
Callin, right?
Well, that's the thing. They acquired Callin earlier this year, this past May. They announced that they were moving into the podcast space, which is a natural complement to the video and Locals platforms. This time it was PayPal Mafia member David Sachs, his buddy, Peter Thiel's buddy. Peter Thiel's one of the people who put the finance deal together for Rumble.
Yeah.
Callin was the target this time. they were paying creators to publish audio call-in shows with fans over the web and mobile apps. Sachs was given a board seat as part of the deal. It remains to be seen how this new acquisition is going to be integrated with Rumble, video, and locals, but I speculate on that. So, now that we've established who Rumble is, back to Rich's post, reminding people of what happened corporate-wise. But a $60 million loss in 6 months is a massive burn rate. Not sure how long they can sustain and stay in business before running out of money.
Huge.
Now that the establishment is after them, they're pressuring advertisers to leave the platform, and Burger King's already caved, and likely there will not be many banks or VCs with open wallets thanks to their unwillingness to play ball with NATO and censor a creator at their behest. Now, I wanted to call attention to this. This is where people are pulling this loss of $60 million. This is net income for the quarters ended Q2 and Q1 of 2023. All right. So they lost almost $30 million in the first half of this year, or in the second quarter of this year, and almost $29 million in the first quarter of this year. Now,
and there's a spreadsheet.
No, it's not. It's actually an income statement.
Spreadsheets.
It's an income statement.
Whatever, close enough. Someone made it in a spreadsheet originally.
I'm going to give you my assessment of here's the good, the bad, and the I like Rumble overall as a live streaming platform. I am hopeful for its future. They've been responsive when I've asked them for help. They're improving it regularly. They're listening to the creators' feedback. They'll back up your YouTube channel automatically, which is nice, but has issues of its own, because if you stream to both Rumble and YouTube, your YouTube stream then backs up to your Rumble channel, and then you've got duplicates of your streams. They definitely have holes technically, but they seem to know where they are and have a roadmap to address them. Rumble has been busy, spending money on tech for sure. In the past year, they've introduced a new interface on the desktop version. They launched new mobile apps for Samsung TVs, among others, as well as upgrades to their mobile app. They've built 2 studios in South Florida, in Miami and Longboat Key. They launched supporter badges and monthly subscriptions with, by the way, 100% creator rev share through the end of this year. If you subscribe to our Rumble channel, and we do have the ability to have somebody subscribe to our Rumble channel, nobody does, but you can. They also launched the ability earlier this year to offer pay-per-view, which they did with a Russell Brand comedy special. And then earlier this month, they launched the beta release of the Rumble Cloud, which you can learn all about. I linked all these press releases there. They're also financially focused on signing exclusive content creators. Like Substack, they get involved in elevating content creators and paying them for exclusivity. Glenn Greenwald, Russell Brand, Kim Iverson, and others like Viva Frei have been paid large sums of money by Rumble to build studios and produce exclusive content for the platform. Per the Washington Post article 2 years ago, the company declined to provide financial details, but Greenwald said the top creators' year-long contracts will pay in the mid-range 6 figures. That expired in August of 22. So they had to re-up somebody last year and then re-up somebody the year after. However, just this year, they've announced more Rumble exclusives, including Dave Rubin, Donald Trump Jr., Redacted News, Rekieta Law. Again, they've made public PR press releases with each one of these. Bob Menery, Steven Crowder was a really big one because Crowder abandoned YouTube and went exclusively to Rumble. DJ Academics, G. Dion, the first Republican presidential primary debate, and then these other guys I've never heard of that are gamers, so they've been going after gamers.
Kai Cenat, well, rapper
Kai
as
Cenat?
well. Kai Cenat, I Show Speed, Rice Gum, FaZe Kazin. FaZe is going to be definitely gamer.
Right.
I don't know what game he plays.
I have issues with Rumble too.
Professional shit.
The elevation of channels like Dana White's Slap Fight or Power Slap and the political agenda they push. Do I really need an alert?
This era's Don King.
Do I really need an alert every time Donald Trump gives a speech? No. Are they really just a platform? Are they really just a platform if they're picking winners? You can read all about it below.
Don't be rude.
Yeah, I know.
Don't be rude.
Yep. I have it too. You can read all about it on this post below, which I published on 9/11, and Reef covered on INN News, which was talking about Et2 Substack. Yes, Et2 Substack.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to get a little technical.
A2?
This is for the real live streaming geeks in the chat, those that actually do, but I want to explain some of the challenges that we encounter that make Rumble difficult for people to want to work with and use. So for the past year, every live stream that everyone has ever done has been issued a unique, what they call an RTMP key. That's a URL and password that they then need to plug into their streaming software app, like we're using a software called OBS, each time before going live. Why does this matter? Well, no other platform has this. They issue what's called static keys. So basically, we set up the key and we set up a plug into the channel once, and then all we have to do is turn it on when we're ready to go live, and nothing more needs to be done except setting up the live stream at these alternate platforms. But we never need to make another connection, which is what has to happen here. An extra step that
you got to go click go live in Rockfin. Anytime you want to figure that out, Rockfin, where that just automatically works, that'd be great.
Our friend Big Bad Crab has trouble with the stream key and remembering to do that. I'm going to call him out. Anyway, this is yet another extra step, which can only be completed once the Rumble stream has first been set up. Rumble then provides you with the RTMP key, which you then have to go back and plug into your streaming app. And oh yeah, by the way, you can only create a new stream within 24 hours of going live, which is a whole other challenge in itself. I could not schedule this stream on Friday night, even though I had everything else scheduled everywhere else. I couldn't do it because you have to wait 24 hours out. I said also, it's clunky. People have trouble figuring out, or they just don't bother. So no integration with StreamYard and Restream. A lot of content creators, streamers use those two apps, one of those two apps, in order to stream out.
Restream, definitely.
What that means, we use Restream here. A lot of them use StreamYard, but outside of the above mentioned dynamic RTMP key, all right, so what it means is that you need to first create a stream in both Rumble and Restream to connect the two. It doesn't have any live chat integration. I actually have to have Rumble chat and Rockfin chat separate on separate screens in order to be able to show them separately because they're not integrated with Restream chat. It eliminates the potential for combined stream analytics. How many people were actually watching across all the platforms? You don't know unless you look and compile that manually yourselves. The data becomes very fragmented to gauge total viewer engagement across all platforms. There's also no pushing of title and description from StreamYard and Restream, which you can set up. And the way that works is it's supposed to be a central hub to push out your stream and all the data that goes with it from one place. So if you catch a typo, it's then got to be changed in all the places where you put that, instead of just in Restream, which would then push out. Now, all three alternative platforms mentioned at the top have this issue in some way, shape, or form. In all fairness, Rockfin, Rumble, Odyssey, all three, you have to create the stream separately, then go back and make a restream, which is what I do. There's also, in Rumble, no analytics about viewer behavior while live, like how much time they average spent on stream. There are no playlists or a way to organize your videos and live streams, though we hear that's coming. And a static RTMP is supposedly coming for creators too. They also have no shorts or vertical video capability yet, though they announced something like that was coming a while back. No word since. What I also find interesting is that they have this developer documentation. It has everything about how to actually use and run Rumble, but you wouldn't know it. This should be the how-to help screen, but it's not. I had to dig to find this, and I was like, wow, I wish I had this like a month and a half ago. This would have been really helpful. Amazingly enough,
I mean, or they could have used this classic tutorial.
Hey, listen.
You know, whenever you needed to be told what to do.
Right. Their mobile app, amazingly enough, when we're looking at our page, has no ability to share the page to social media. There's no share button on your page. You have to go into an individual video. But hey, if I just want to share, hey, subscribe to our page, there's no way to do that on the mobile app. Unbelievable.
Speaking of, with them getting Trump Jr. and Trump, you might as well add Trump. People are like, But you just said Trump. How could you say two? Because there's another Trump. Plays Hearthstone. Big Twitch guy. Just get him too.
I don't know who you're talking about. I don't.
Yeah, it's okay. You even know what Hearthstone is?
No. It's a game, right? Is it a game? No.
It is a game. Yep.
Now I said
but
that
by the World of Warcraft people, it's a Blizzard Entertainment. It's a card game, and you put the cards down. And yeah.
But as I indicate here again, I'm also confused at how Rumble plans to integrate locals and call-in, though the potential could rival and even eclipse Substack with public video fully integrated into and embedded into a locals article. Because you can't do that right now with Substack. You have to put a screen cap and link to it. Now, here's where we finally get to the fake views. Sorry I'm taking so long, everyone. But we love the YouTuber.
No, you're good.
The Spiffing Brit. All right. He's a gamer who likes to break games.
I'm drinking Yorkshire Gold right now, in fact.
Nice. Okay. Spiffing Brit likes to break games. He likes to find exploits, and then he likes to make videos about it. And we laugh and we laugh and we laugh. But he also loves to find platform exploits. This recent one about YouTube live streams and multiple tabs and windows open and refreshing may or may not be relevant here. But I wanted to include it anyway. So again, when we're done, go and watch this video. Told you, this is in depth. I go deep. And thanks to Reef on the Spiffing Brit. What do we got?
Right click that video, put it in chat.
That's a good idea.
Right click there.
Copy
link address.
Yes, sir.
Proud of you.
That was easy.
Thank you. Oh my God. I agree with Rich and others' view that Rumble's view numbers are certainly in question. What do they consider to be a view exactly? Rumble just added a unique views the other day to its stats and versus raw views, but what's the difference? They don't tell anyone. Are they saying that people watch twice? Rich linked a video in his post from this guy named Jose on YouTube, right?
Did we talk about what that Spiffing Brit was about? That
a little bit. Which again, yes, it says that YouTube live streams and multiple tabs and windows open. So what he's saying is that he's able to show more people open.
Also, that stream,
oh my God,
where they talked about in the video where he talked about having the whole stream was a thing in and of itself where he scheduled the stream like 3-4 weeks in advance or whatever after putting out a video like, hey, watch this stream, so make sure you do this. And then he would constantly move the time. So it'd be like, yeah, this is next Tuesday. And then next Tuesday would come out and be like, it's next Wednesday. So it would literally accrue these views every time because every time he changed the time, it would republish 8 hours before the video. And then he would just do it again. He'd go back and move the time. He was a genius.
And oh yeah, by the way, there's live stream chat open the entire time, and people are chatting, and he's telling them to like it. And as it turns out, let me go back here. He is running a 1-second video on the live stream. Oh, dude, just watch it.
Right.
It is
to advertise it.
It's so good.
His YouTube exploits are amazing.
So good. He broke the algorithm. He does it all the time. He's amazing. But
so good.
But I'm going to get back to this article, which talks again about this guy, Jose. He put up a video about how Steven Crowder's Rumble's numbers are fake. And his case basically breaks down to these 6 points. Number one was that he was getting fewer than 2 million views per stream on YouTube most of the time before he signed exclusively with Rumble. He then went on hiatus, which is bad for a channel's momentum, but concedes that Rumble was promoting his channel after leaving YouTube. Now, his statistics show that Rumble viewers are 1/6 as likely to leave a comment on, which was also reflected in his numbers, in Crowder's numbers. Except that if his
engagement.
Except if his audience was coming over from YouTube, why wouldn't they also chat on Rumble, save for having to set up an account? It makes no sense if the same people are coming over. The pre-roll video seems to be picking up a lot of views themselves, similarly to what the Spiffing Brit did. The pre-roll before they actually went live. Waiting for the stream to start but should that really count as a live stream view? Quote, I'm pretty confident in saying that Crowder's live stream debut counts and possibly other streamers on Rumble are being boosted by counting views of people waiting for the stream to start. By the way, we had 100 viewers tonight on this stream before we went live on Rumble. Yep. A sample of 2 weeks for Ben Shapiro and Tim Pool's channels found that they had similar issues, and it seems like users on Rumble just are not interested in leaving comments or liking and disliking videos.
Or liking or disliking or subbing.
What?
Zero of those three things.
Red flag, red flag.
And we know we asked you to...
Right? So, I'm going to talk about something that I've been doing, which is that before we went on break, every morning I would take a clip of How Did We Miss That, and I would loop it on Rumble live stream to Rumble and to Twitch on my channels only.
You and your loops.
Me and my loops, which Reef hates. But I was trying to prove something, and I think I did prove something. These are the above stream results from a clip that was run at 8 a.m. Eastern and played on loop 10 times as a live stream, a feature that Restream, thankfully, empowers subscribers to take advantage of, extending the time that they're live. But what does that mean? This clip is only 12 minutes long. However, when it's looped 10x, we get 120 minutes of stream time out of a 12-minute clip. Pretty good. If Rumble is pushing channels who are live to the top of feeds and subscriptions, as well as spotlighting live content, I have a much better chance of it being pushed to the top of news feeds as long as my video is live. Combine that with the understanding that the time the average person spends watching videos is about 10 to 15 minutes. So as long as I'm live during those 10 to 15 minutes, logic dictates there's a better chance my video will be shown than if I'm not live and I just upload the video. This has been my hypothesis and the thing that I have been trying to prove for months. Now, again, this is the Gordon video that we published, and it had 422 unique views, 744 raw views. Uploads get almost no views.
Raw dogged.
Right? Versus the same thing live streamed, partially because the homepage for Rumble showcases whoever is live up top. You can see how prominently live appears at the top of the horizontal navigation bar on the desktop version, which remains static as you scroll down the page. The news and politics categories, by the way, aren't featured at all without scrolling to the right on the navigation bar or way down on the homepage. I've been categorizing this show as podcasts with the secondary category of trending news, but notice what's there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now here's what's interesting. Here's that stream again from Gordon. 746 raw views, 424 unique. I uploaded the same video about like the day before I published this article, and after 17 hours, it had 13 views. Not hundreds of views.
But what's that one down at the bottom?
This was the one that I streamed on a loop for 2 hours. 2 hours and 1 minute live.
Oh, and it's got 746 views.
Yep. And as a clip uploaded for 12 minutes, it was 24 views in comparison when you're sharing these. I uploaded, like I said, the same 12-minute clip to my Rumble channel last night as the one streamed on a loop above. It got nowhere near the views as the live version. So my question is, how do they count the views exactly? Well, my speculation is that when a user on the mobile app is scrolling through their feed, the preview of the video in the middle of the screen might be considered a view. Now, I took a screen cap of this. Notice that they don't show the average viewing time per person anywhere statistically. Watch the below short video of me scrolling Rumble and the Rumble mobile app. Is Rumble counting each time I stop and the video starts playing a view? Because I did it in about 5 times in about 30 seconds here. Watch this. So there's TNT. Then T-Lab starts playing. Then I scroll a little more. And Anti-War starts playing. Anti-War News with Dave DeCam. Subscribe to Anti-War News. Indie Media Award honoree, by the way. There's Russell Brand. and Glenn Greenwald talking about Russell Brand. That's 5 videos already, right? In 33 seconds. That's everything. So that's my question. So something isn't computing here. And this is Reef's thing. Rumble view counts on live streams already rival or beat YouTube by as much as double. Yet the chat rate, likes, and comments are not commensurate with the number of people they claim are watching. Rumble is showing the raw views publicly, by the way, not the unique views. This bigger number. All right. So, stream results. I'm looking here. This is the Indie Left Media Rumble channel. Now, we actually co-stream to both INN Rumble, INN YouTube, and my YouTube channel. So I have to combine those two things when I'm comparing it with what's going on Rumble. When I do, you're seeing about 200 or about 180 unique views on YouTube and 20 likes and no comments. I'm sorry, 51 likes between them. So here are the results, right? You've got 187 combined on YouTube versus 196 on unique Rumble. The stark difference here is in the like count. 51 likes on YouTube compared with 2 likes on Rumble. 2. On 472 views? How? Here's another one. INN's Rando Roundtable run a few weeks ago. Now, INN has a much larger subscriber base on YouTube, yet this was telling us that they had 382 raw views versus 186 on YouTube. Even if you take the lower number and compare it, they're almost comparable. So again, what YouTube is showing me, or what Rumble is showing me, is that their numbers are almost the same as YouTube, and that's impossible. That's impossible. All right? Much more engagement from the YouTube audience. Much more engagement from the YouTube audience, more likes, more live chats too, by the way. Funny enough, this was the one stream where YouTube viewers was actually more than the Rumble unique users. Every other one, Rumble's beating YouTube. Here's another one from Nobody Wants to Work Anymore. Subscribe to INN to watch that exclusive show. Right now we're running Thursday nights at 10:30 p.m. Wow, it's sweaty in here. A lot more views. 455 raw views to 105. So Rumble also, by the way, allows for third-party site video embedding and monetization, which would be helpful to Substack creators, like I said, that also publish to Rumble. I think they allow that to locals. But like I do, I always say follow the money. Rumble lost $10 million on average in the first 6 months of 2023, after losing over $40 million in the last 3 quarters of 2022. Add that up. To me, that's around $100 million in losses, without counting Q3 of 2023 that ended yesterday, which is almost over and likely to burn another $30 million or more. According to the balance sheet below, they also raised almost $300 million last year. Looking at the difference in cash on hand from December 31st, 21 to December 31st, 22. So my question over how long do they have left? Well, they just got a massive infusion of cash, and here's the proof in the pudding. Right there. 46 million they had at the end of 2021, 337 million at the end of 2022. That's a difference of 290 million. My guess is that they got 300, and their burn rate already had started at 10, and they had already lost $10 million before they reported the end of the year. I said they're going to likely have to cut that burn rate at some point. But hopefully it comes more from picking content winners than for paying them for exclusivity, rather than at the expense of platform innovation and development and tech. But we all know how that always works. Right? What do you think? You got something to say there?
Not really. I mean, follow the money.
Well, here's the rest of the money.
You only got so much of it.
Here's the rest of the money picture. if you're not getting paid for exclusive content by Rumble, unless you're getting a lot of Rumble rants, which I don't know of anyone other than maybe Jimmy Dore that is.
Why?
What the hell? Creators are not making big money. And I can confirm this from RBN that's making almost nothing. Primo Radical famously left Rumble because in 5 months of producing content and putting all his content up, he had been paid a total of 3 cents by the platform. Unless they're being paid for a Rumble exclusive show, my guess is that most of the creators on the platform are not making much, if at all. There is the ability for users to subscribe monthly or leave a one-time donation Rumble rant, but based on the fractional level of engagement as YouTube, it doesn't seem possible that Rumble is paying out the same kind of revenue that most creators can survive on Rumble income, the way some survive, or at least used to, on YouTube income from subscriptions and super chats. Anecdotally, I'm just going to show you how much INN has earned in all of 2023. $3.48. Call the accountant. Remember that Rumble also keeps 30% of live stream donations, rants, and starting in 2024, 30% of all monthly subscriptions too. Just like YouTube, by the way. Rockfin keeps 28% of the Ray tokens donated. And there it is. You can see by month. Basically, we had one big month where we earned almost 60 cents. Wow. Oh, look out. Now, this is where I leave some unanswered questions and I would like address, which is number one, how much runway do they have left financially if they're currently burning $10 million a month and that burn rate has been accelerated this year? I don't want to continue to invest time in a platform that's not going to stick around. Number two, how do they count views and unique viewers? What if someone's logged in but watches on mobile and then switches to desktop? What about on the same desktop but multiple browsers? Like opening Brave, Chrome, Firefox, and Edge and tuning into the stream. Is that counted as 4 views? Because I believe it is. Also, does it count if a video previews for a second in scrolling newsfeed on mobile like we showed? And how do they determine how many people are watching live? I want to know. How long will they continue to pay big money for exclusive content from popular creators? And when they stop, what's going to happen then? What's the long-term plan to integrate call-in with Rumble and locals? Will we see an integrated platform to eventually rival Substack? My guess is yes, but how long is it going to take them to get there? And what's Substack innovating in the process? Now, Substack has taken notes, which gives you a social aspect. Now, Rumble is a step behind when it comes to that, unless they acquire Blue Sky or Gab or one of these other Twitter-like type of atmospheres and try to integrate that. And then they're just playing copycat to Substack, by the way. They don't want to do that either. Will they play nicely with Substack, which is technically a competitor to locals, to allow for easy embedding of Rumble streams in Substack posts like YouTube does, allowing Rumble creators to monetize with ads on embedded vids on Substack? That would be nice. And it's why some people actually use Rumble. I know that Jason Burmis, for example, talked about being able to embed his video in the Post Millennial, and he got like 70,000, or the Gateway Pundit. He got 70,000 views on his Rumble video. Who knows if that's real? And then number 6 is, will Rumble finally integrate with StreamYard and Restream? Because we know that the cost is $15,000 a month, according to my people at Rockfin that told me. Now, I got to make some conclusions here. We're getting to the end finally, and we can get to some votes. I'm sorry it took so long, but this is really important. I think that Rumble has about a year to 18 months left at this burn rate before they need to think about either raising another capital round, which they might already be doing if they're not already working on it, based on the reportedly explosive average monthly user growth over the past 2 years. Now, they claim that they have 44 million monthly active users as of the last earnings call. We're basically taking Rumble's word for it that they're getting the same views as YouTube on our streams, despite a fraction of the total monthly average users and a fraction of the engagement from the people who they claim are viewing. So I think I'm justified in questioning the accuracy of the views per live stream and views per video upload and how they're counted. It seems that the view counts are definitely questionable. I would also love to see Rumble invite an independent analytics company to validate or accurately report on viewing time, engagements, etc., and prove the numbers that Rumble reports to creators and viewers on both live streams and uploads. Also to their shareholders. Remember I mentioned that they're on Wall Street? If their numbers are not what they say they are, can you say the word fraud? That would be massive, massive fraud on a huge scale to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars. So I think they should bring in a third-party auditor personally. Finally,
Where's the fucking money?
Lebowski, yes. Rumble should also add an update to the live stream reporting to the development roadmap for the creators to gain actionable data about user activity during a stream and once it's over. My feeling is they don't want to report that because that will show you who's actually live and that it's a lot less than they're reporting that it actually is. They've got a long way to go, but these changes are not hard or expensive to implement, and I'm hopeful that they'll listen. I have sent this to the people at Rumble. We will all be watching closely. And if you think more people should see this, please share this article, and it will be in chat, and it's over at my Substack at indiemedia.today. And then there's all the links to find me and find all this. And we've got a couple of comments and a bunch of likes. And I appreciate everyone that's taken the time to go through this because I know it is long. And I thank everyone for sticking with me on there. Brooke Hines, friend of the show, friend of the network, saying Rumble's UX is horrible. E.g., there's no way to scrub. And when you try you lose your place, which is also correct. There's also Reclaim the Net, which writes a whole Rumble review that's pretty fair as well. So, all right, I'm exhausted. I need boats.
Show me the money! Jerry!
Thank you, Rich, for inspiring me. Thank you to everyone that helped contribute to that article. Give me your feedback. This guy for multiple times checking it and reminding me, oh shit, the 24-hour thing, right. All different stuff. All right, so that's great. We've got fams in chat. Thank you, Ann. Cowboy Kitty. Quad 6, I don't know who Quad 6 is. Ukrainian stuff, I don't know. I can't catch up with you folks. I love you all. I want to put some stuff on screen, but I don't know what to put up. I need to start letting Reef do that somehow. But fake Mr. Beats accounts? No.
You just got to get better.
Yeah, thanks. All right. I know. Oh, Jesus. I don't know about John to anything. All right. John to Emily to this and all right, folks. All right, guys. Anyway, I'm spent. I hope you guys like that article. Please share that article. I spent a lot of time working on it. It's also over at the INN Substack. That was also cross-posted. But it took me days. And I poured over it and I sweated over it. And I want to make sure that this was done right, especially after the hatchet job that the AP did. That somebody accurately tells the story of Rumble, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and what's going on. Should you invest your time there? I don't know. That's up to you. But I'm laying out all the facts. All right. So let's do it. Boats.
And I watch mindless shit. Boats that smash into other boats.
Oh, hopefully everyone's ready for boats.
Do I have to switch screens on you?
Let's go. I don't think so.
You don't want to see yourself, right? Okay, good. Yes, Fred Edward always shares. Fred's the best. Ah, who's that guy?
Pasta.
Oh,
I just wanted to shout Pasta out for his. He said it, not me. He's nuts. Just wanted to make sure that was captured in perpetuity forever. So that we may shame him in loving shame.
He told me on the phone that he told me on the phone he knew you would love that.
Yeah, yep. I grabbed that So, but yeah, go check out. What's the name of it?
I think it's called Burning Lahaina.
Lahaina burning.
Lahaina burning. Lahaina burning. The other way around.
Yep.
Oh boy.
So you ready? You ready for boats?
No. Yes, very much.
Let's do boats. All right. Hopefully you're ready.
I am.
All right.
You did. You sent me this screen cap, and I'm like, "What? This is how we're gonna start, huh?"
Yep. I just wanted to show you like how many tabs I had. That's what I just have saved from this month. That's not even the new stuff that I looked for today that will be saved for next week.
It's Lahaina on Fire, the aftermath, so that we get it right.
Yes. Yeah, the aftermath. The aftermath.
Got to get that colon in there.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have no sound, but that's
no sound.
No.
Okay, here.
That's better. Uh-oh. Oh no.
Whee! Whee!
That's water smashing into other boats.
Pretty much. But if you think about it, it's the ghosts of all the dead boats. Here we go. There's another boat. Look at that. And let's see what happens to the boat.
Oh, yeah. Seal punctured that boat.
Fucking walrus.
Oh, was that a walrus?
Pops the fucking rib. Yeah, I think.
Nice.
I got like a tusk. Yeah, that's like John Bolton. Look, see? There's John right there. The walrus. But yeah. Have you ever seen Tusk?
No.
What's his name? Who did Clerks?
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith, yeah. Kevin Smith's Tusk with Johnny Depp and...
I have never.
Forget the other guy's name. It's real fucked up. It's a good Halloween movie.
I have not.
But anyway, the government recommends wearing masks outside during the coronavirus pandemic. Me.
Well,
there you go.
That's one way to wear a mask.
Yeah, I can't wear one of those. Then my beard smells like weed for like years. Look, I got you a new piece. It's the Goo Goo Zaza.
Well, you're definitely going to jail for that.
Right to jail. Straight to jail. So here, I'll let you read this one.
So my bitch ass neighbor called the police because I was smoking on the balcony. The police get here and asked where the weed at. I said I smoked it all. They said, where'd you buy it? I said, from the neighbor. Now they at his house looking, searching his shit. Serve you right, motherfucker.
That's right. Look, I brought you snacks.
Cheeseburgers, Randy. Tater tot cheeseburgers.
Mini tater tot cheeseburgers. Yeah,
Randy.
Look at them. They're cute. The boys. They're so cute. Cute little birds.
Oh,
so it's spooky season. And MJ Arsenal is putting out their October line.
Sure they are.
It's glow in the dark.
Oh, that's
glow in the dark. You put
well,
you put your weed in there.
You can find your bowl easily in the dark, at least.
Yeah. Look at him. I love hymns.
Next
is good. Hungry sheep devour over 600 pounds of cannabis.
Can't open his eyes. Yes.
Can't open his eyes. Look at him. You know he did it. It was just the one, right?
One plant or one goat?
So this is...
Corn
what is this?
Corn on the pizza?
Got corn on the cob on the pizza. Pizza Hut new corn crust.
Jersey corn.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Had some roasted corn at the farm today.
I have another snack for you.
Bacon.
Place our bun. So just
cheese,
like this, y'all.
Tomate. Oh God.
Burger, I don't know what is. Like this, carefully.
Wait.
Got a little plastic film here that we're gonna stretch out, cut it, and it's gonna help us roll this burger. Come over here.
I don't think you're doing it right.
I'm gonna go ahead and use some yellow mustard.
Wait, is the bun
ketchup?
Is the guy?
There you go. And we roll
is the
this
meat,
baby, up like that. Should be about ready, y'all.
Okay, that's a genius.
Is it? Is that what you call them? Look,
shut up.
I gave you.
Shut up.
I brought you some information.
Shut up. Just shut up.
This is how long to nap.
Fuck off.
30 minutes will get rid of grogginess. 20 minutes will give you an energy boost, and it's easy to wake up. 1 hour, 30 minutes, full REM cycle, rapid eye movement, dreams, creativity. 1 hour, you have short-term memory improves.
Well,
and some grogginess.
Well, what do we get? Well, then I get I get double full REM cycle. Hey, I'm doing great.
Good for you.
I'm doing great. 3-hour naps, baby. Oh goodness.
So you ready for Dad Zone?
Who's this? Yes, Ortiz family.
Lady, I swear, every time. Why have kids? Why do you have kids for? Why? I don't understand.
Are you gonna go help her?
No, I helped her last time. What? Man, she's looking at me every time. Go around thinking it's hot girl summer, freaking going out there. You don't even know who your baby daddy is.
Man, again? Really? Why you have kids for? Huh? This is the second time. Second time. I didn't get your name the first time. My name's Oscar. You happy?
Should I go get the bread?
Yeah. Go get the bread.
You're such a good person, babe. You have such a good heart.
Yeah, what a mother. Mother of the year goes to. Again. They hear bread.
Oh, they know that's bread?
Is that?
What are you doing, Cat?
In the middle of the road?
Huh? Well, I have kids, man. I'm over here looking like the damn daddy.
There's 3.
Look at them.
Where are you going? Where are you going? I'm a duck rescuer.
Oh, there's one. Oh, she's happy.
Oh.
Relax. I'm not hurting. Don't panic, Mom.
Mom's totally gonna fuck
She's
with him.
bitching at you.
What are you yelling at me for? Next time, please.
Please what?
Dude, we're totally gonna get DMCA'd for this. But that's all right. That's worth it. That's worth it.
Everything is DMCA'd now.
Yeah.
So
that's all right. Yes, KYE,
we
we're
have-
still on. Indy went forever on the story, so we're just getting started with boats, believe it or not. And this is what everybody wants to watch anyway.
Yeah.
Apparently. I just drone on nonstop.
There you go.
I make you guys eat your vegetables.
All right, audience, moment of truth. Look at this. No, it doesn't. Stop it saying that. It smells delicious and
Kids
it
are
looks
wonderful.
delicious. And I'm just waiting for the biscuits to go in and then we're set.
Biscuits?
I feel like that's Jersey.
Biscuits in?
That sounds like Jersey.
That
to
sounds like
me.
that smells like
just,
shit.
Just the fucking.
Look at this. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, that's totally
Stop.
what my daughter
No, it
would
doesn't.
do. No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It's got a wonderful scent.
Got a wonderful, a tremendous. Here we go.
هلا بالزوار هلا بالزوار هلا بالزوار يلا بتلعبهم وين بتلعبهم وين
You know he's going for a swim. Yeah. Hey now.
Oh, that's so fucking cold, dude.
Hey now.
You're an all-star. Get your game on. Hey, here you go.
Can someone please explain to me why your baby always knows when you are home?
So you get that?
Yes.
She wants to know. She wants to know why her baby wakes up when they get home.
She's been out like a light. Almost at my house. Entered the driveway.
The cobblestone driveway. I can't imagine what would wake her up. Oh, that's great.
Why?
Look at the fucking face.
The face.
Like that's side-eye guy right there. Look at that.
Why?
Why? Why you do that?
Why?
Oh my god! Look at that fucking face, dude. This is Bert Kreischer as a kid, I think. Look at how fucked up that kid is. He's like beet red, dude.
Oh my god! He just cuts off all the circulation to his face.
Still work.
Wow. That's great.
That was very funny.
It's hot as shit in here. I gotta open the door.
It's hot. It's hot labor summer. That's hot. Hello, there we go. How was the spaghetti? Oh, he had to go open the door, didn't he?
Yes, I did. I'm gone. I'm back. Oh yeah. I am
okay.
a real American.
How was the spaghetti? My kid. How was the spaghetti? That sounds about right. I love the internet. Internet is great sometimes. It gives us gyms like this. It's 59 degrees Fahrenheit out.
59 degrees out. Blake wants to go swimming. I told him the pool's not heated right now. He said he doesn't care. You ready for this?
I did.
Oh, here we go. You sure you want to do this?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck. Go ahead.
I got friends who swim.
Yeah, come on out, bud.
I don't want to go swim. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. I love it so much. I love that kid. Oh, that's great.
That's great.
That's very funny.
I hit the exit next.
Exit
Oh my
next.
God.
Come on.
Why does it do this? I'm worried. It's going, I think.
Maybe.
There we go. Oh, people were complaining about my ADHD in the chat tonight. You ableist.
Look at me. Hold on. Just look and stay still. Let me ask you a question. You looking at me?
Yes.
If you was on the boat right now, look
Wait,
at me. You
wait,
look at, you gotta look
boat.
at me.
I was on the boat.
Look, you just.
I
Let me
wasn't.
ask you the question.
I wasn't
Okay,
on the boat.
Listen, let me ask you the question. If you was on the boat, look at me. If you was on the boat full of chocolate and bananas.
Wait.
Listen, hold on,
Bonans?
listen. Just listen.
No.
Just
wait.
listen.
The boat.
Devon.
When
Devon.
when I was on the boat, it was a shark under the water, so I had to swim away.
Well.
Okay, but Devon, listen to what I'm saying. If you was on a boat and it was covered in chocolate and bananas,
Wait, what is that?
what would you eat first?
Wait, I ate donuts.
Oh my gosh, Devon.
Donuts
Devon.
Devon. Devon.
If you was on a boat with chocolate and bananas, what would you eat first, the chocolate or the bananas?
the chocolate.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Wait, he wasn't done yet.
That's my childhood right there, dude.
No.
That's me right there.
I like turtles. Yeah, Mastermind. That's right.
I like turtle.
I like ice cream.
Oh, can I have my cursor? Give me the cursor.
Bro.
Jesus.
So many tabs. You're breaking your own computer.
Yeah. That's why I'm closing them. Just wanted to make sure I have chat. Then I want this down here. There we go. Don't play. Don't hit play on that. Oh, close that one. Don't worry, I got it back.
Hey, watch your finger.
Uh-oh.
Look at her face.
Wow.
I just love the like.
Wow,
watch your
shit.
finger. Oh, for what? For what, Cindy? Like the toy saw? Like, that's great. I love it so much.
That is really funny. Okay, baby.
Hey, you say they're dicks.
Cats are dicks. Cats are absolutely dicks. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, it's soft. Huh. That's usually the ones that get us popped, by the way. The babies. And
I love the face.
Okay, sure. Yeah, it's just like, what did you fucking do?
Yeah. This one's even more of that. Here you go.
WWE tackle style. Nice. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
This is loyalty.
Aww.
Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go bold.
Aw. He helped out his buddy.
Hey, buddies. This is me.
What? Okay, Lenny. Okay, Lenny, we're gonna get the rabbits now.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I feel that.
Oh my god. What? I want to kill you. That's the look.
Simultaneously plotting a literal death.
That's the look.
Oh my god, look at him.
Oh, the boy.
Look at him.
Uh-oh. Aww. Oh, he's just so happy.
I know.
Oh my god. Okay, pamper me.
Yeah, the go poppers.
Oh my gosh. The toothbrush. Oh, you getting him all ready for the dog show or something? Look at that, the steam cleaning. Oh. He's just chill.
Bye. I saw another one of him like getting a bath and it was the best. Such a good boy.
Wow. I hate all you people, by the way. We've got more people watching this than we had the entire 2.5 fucking hours. Fuck you all, by the way. Fuck you all. I love you, but fuck you all. Anyway.
People like boats. Can I really? Hey, hello?
Hello? Hello?
Okay,
Hello.
there we go. All right, you ready?
Yes.
He's horsey.
Hey now. Oh!
Jesus.
Horse with the Yeah, that did had to hurt. I agree.
Do 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 do. Kitty.
Hey, Garfy, Garf.
Come on. Come on.
What? What do you mean, come on? There's a lot of good cats.
Dude, that reminds me of like Steve Carell in Bruce Almighty.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one. What? Like Colin says, cats are dicks.
Bro, you got Kobe.
Wow. I think he went for it. And
who slam dunked you?
I think he went for it. I think he went for it and didn't quite make it. Is what happened.
Can someone animate what happened before this? Like the
Yeah.
super sick slam dunk.
He tried to he tried to jump onto the back of the rim and didn't make it.
Yeah.
Is what happened. Clearly.
Yep.
Anyway.
What happened with this one?
More dicks.
Num
num num num
num.
No.
Listen to this one. This was cute. Please, can I have food? Food? Bring back food.
Hey.
Like, that was food. I want.
Oh, I was gonna go for that. Oh, Kitty was definitely pissed.
I know, dude. Look at all of them.
Well, we got pandas in the trash.
Dude, what? How? How?
There must be a hole
There's
somewhere.
this many of you right now. You guys are unreal.
Is that Mosey and Mason?
Look at all of them. And a few others.
And their family?
The Council of Elders. Look at them. Yeah, give me shrimpy. Yeah, nummies.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Shrimpy. I loved him. This is from one of my favorite subreddits, Illegally Smoked Cat. He's illegally small. He must be contained.
Oh my god. It's tiny. Ah, nice cynic.
I don't even think he's opened eyes yet.
Oh.
His cutums. What do we got next? Bye-bye. Oh yeah, this one.
Spider cat?
So that's a raccoon.
Oh.
Like St. Paul, Minnesota.
He's attracting quite a crowd.
Like.
Oh, hey now.
Like,
bye. Ew. Woo! Flying squirrel.
Like he just like fucking belly flopped into sand.
He just decided, it's not worth it anymore.
What do we got? Oh, I know which one this one is. All right, you ready?
You've got mail.
A delivery kitty?
Yep.
Sure.
You've got mail. This Puppers.
Uh-oh.
What Puppers doing?
Uh-oh.
Hey! Fucking. I was trying to be on the phone.
Hey.
You say cats are dicks, but could your dog do this?
Dude, that thing would snap its jaws and eat the shit out of that thing.
Fuck you, my chicken. Fuck you.
Get him back in there. Get back. Wow.
Okay. Not what I would have imagined happened.
Yep. Oh my God, look at him.
Wow.
He got himself a drumstick.
Aww.
Like. Wait till it sees its shadow, though, you know? And you're gonna be like, fuck. Look, is spooky month, so we have to have this. Holy shit.
Nice.
He fucking gone.
Scare the shit out of the cat.
What else we got? Look, it's another trash panda.
Only in the
They're
hood.
everywhere.
Only in the hood. Look, this swiper. It's a stick up.
Swiping, no swiping.
Look, watch this. Boy, that's cold, man. Hey, man, that's badass. That's cold. This nigga trying to direct. This nigga got it. Oh, he like you.
Rabies. Rabies, babies.
I fucking love that. That's cute. You ready to see him do his little trick? You gonna do it? You gonna do his little trick? Look, he did it. Yeah.
I turned. I rolled. Man.
I did. I rolled.
Look at it again. Look at it again.
Do it. Look what what I can do.
Hey, you figured that out. That's half the battle.
He did. No, close.
Oh no.
This is also another good sound. Ready? What is that?
That's hey, open up, motherfucker.
Look, they got put in prison for robbing 3 banks. Let them out. Free the kitties.
Oh.
Free them. 7-year-old me waking up, but there's nobody around. That's accurate. So, hey guys, my friends started to do 3D tattoos. If you want one, hit me up. They're cheap as fuck too.
Yeah, I can imagine why. 3D. You might want to go to get that checked out.
Yeah, you might want to see a doctor. Just like this guy probably needs to. Why?
I know that guy.
Why? Do you?
Sure. We all know that
guy. We all know that guy. Yeah, that's Jim. You didn't know Jim? Which one's this one? I forget.
Oh shit! The wind blew her right off the.
How fucking windy is that shit?
That must be Chicago.
Like, maybe.
It is the windy city.
Can you tell me what's going on here?
I'm Tony Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass.
Welcome to Jackass. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Well, he's trying to not get stung, and he's trying to dig something where there's a whole lot of bees. So how do you stop yourself getting stung?
This is like the worst Power Ranger.
Is this like the beehive suit? Oh, beehive! Oh God, no! Don't start pulling on your. Oh goodness! No, the bees are gonna get in. What the bees? Fuck are you doing? Why? Why, sir?
I think those are hornets.
What is happening? Oh, they're murder hornets? Even
maybe.
Well, you don't want to get stung by one of those.
Jesus Christ. Hi! What the fuck, dude? What is that? More importantly, what is this? Whenever it actually goes. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
There we go. Hello.
I see a cow.
My soundboard's reconnecting.
Hello.
You sure?
No sound. What the hell is that?
There isn't any sound.
What?
You don't need sound for that.
What in the fuck is that?
Like, what is that? Looks like a fucking video game thing. I don't know if I want to. That weird. Here you go. We're skateboarding. It's Tony Hawk, Pro Skater 3.
Oh. Oh. Oh, that's good.
Oh, shit. Yeah, my face hurts. Well, yeah, you just slammed it against a wall at like 20 miles an hour. Don't hit the TV, he says.
No. Don't hit my TV.
What happened?
He told you not to hit the TV.
Now it's a party. Here we go.
And they're all laughing. Dude, I would be so mad. Bro, I will never forget.
I'd be so mad. He just told you.
I will never forget. I was at.
Don't hit my TV.
I hosted a party once and brought out a 3-foot glass graphics clear bong. And I will never forget that somebody knocked it over and it smashed, and everybody at that party laughed.
Left.
So I feel
party
that
foul.
very much.
Here you go. I feel this lady.
I Googled my high school arch nemesis the other day. We all do it. You Google people you used to hate to see if their lives suck now, right? I Googled my high school arch nemesis, and the first result was a mugshot, and it made my day. It made me very happy. I was just hoping she was fat now, too, but prison, like, wow. Beyond my wildest dreams. Yeah, because I'm petty and I'm filled with hate. I hold grudges forever. And when you're a grudge holder, people will tell you, you got to release that negative energy. You don't want to be carrying around that negative energy.
No.
I do. It brings me joy. Like if I could earn a living holding grudges, I would quit comedy. I would rent out office space and open up my own little grudgery. I would just sit in there every day from 9 to 5. I would hold them. I probably wouldn't even take lunch breaks because the hate would fill me up on the inside. I would take over other people's grudges. That's how much I enjoy it. Like, just come into my grudgery, give me some money, and tell me the backstory. You know what I'm saying? Just have a seat. Now, what did this bitch do to us? Like, you know?
What did this bitch do to us? There you go. Because there's always that bitch. I told you that bitch crazy.
I Googled my high school arch nemesis.
Did I ask you to play again? All right, here we go. Hardcore parkour. You ready?
Yes.
Let's go.
Oh. Wait.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, he just definitely yanked his leg out of the socket.
I mean, something. Like he's probably not okay. Scientists create liquid trees, a tank full of water, and microalgae that could be an alternative to trees in urban areas. What? Big day for people that wanted trees to be replaced by green slime in a glass tank.
Yes.
You know?
Correct.
That's fucked up. We're about to get married. You ready? Yeah. I'm going to propose right now.
Hi,
Get the ring. Get the ring. Where's the ring? Get the ring.
I don't know. Gollum has it.
My precious.
So you either read books or kick ass.
Right? Well, wait a minute.
And
that's very funny that you say that.
There was updates. So people wondered where this, what's the backstory, right? Well, I'll tell you the backstory.
Nope.
The gator stole his pizza, bro. All right?
Actually,
and that's not okay.
Check your Discord.
Okay. Where do I go for that? I go here. Discord.
Because INN's Joe had something to say about this as well. In response to Pablo.
See if I can get here.
And action.
Nice. What is that, an octopus?
I think that's Snuffleupagus, but maybe.
I mean,
that is an octopus with his arms
Joe.
folded.
Meet Joe.
That's Joe.
We go full throttle. We go full throttle.
That's in a different part of the soundboard, but yeah.
Let's go full throttle.
There you go.
So, but yeah, I just wanted people to know what happened.
Gator took my pizza. I kick Gator in the face.
Damn right. That was an excellent sidekick, sir. Whoever you are.
Oh my God! Look at all that.
I died on this one.
Welcome to my 638,000-pound life, bro. Oh, God. steak the size of your motherfucking back. I mean, listen, this is America. It's the fattest place to be. And what get me about it, bro, is the way we strategize our obesity. Make it look delectable. That's a 2-hand carry steak. More fucking cholesterol, bro. And he ain't done. But he got 9 potatoes and 8 strips of bacon. Here's the kicker. He put cheese on the bacon.
Of course he does.
What the fuck? Cause walking that motherfucker on the side of high cholesterol. Please add some indigestion and clogged arteries, if you will. If you have an erection, that's fine. Look at it, bro. You're so meticulous.
I would do that.
This shit is wild, bro. Whatever happened to a grilled cheese sandwich? Look at this shit, bro. That is crafty.
Wait, why is he doing it between
the... no damn sense, man. This shit is ridiculous.
Oh, so you don't...
Ain't nobody else doing it like this. Look what he do.
Oh.
Bro, like what, bro?
Oh.
Why you gotta go that hard, bro? Look at more butter.
Dude, how are you not laughing your balls off right back into your mouth? More butter.
God damn. No, I ain't gonna say it don't look good. I wanna get out of that motherfucker look sweet. But goddamn, bro, please.
Oh.
Shit, my heart hurts
Oh,
looking at this.
that's yummy.
Bro.
Oh my God, is that gorgeous?
Yeah, that shit.
I'm sure that tastes yummy, delicious, buttery.
That was from that weird cow we saw earlier.
Oh, my mouth is watering now. Okay.
Oh, this one, dude. Just strap in for this one.
Who? How do you know?
So she was like, ask for single people, right?
Yeah, there's single people
You
here.
know?
Yep.
Who? How do you know him?
I met him at the Taylor Swift concert in the parking lot.
No. You sound crazy right now. Who did you go to the concert with?
My friend.
And then who did he go with?
His friends. His 2 girls.
How do we tell her?
Is he gay?
Have you gone on a date yet?
No.
All right, well, let's call him. Guys, we're gonna call Brian. Everyone.
Oh, this is not gonna go well.
You got another crush we can call? Take off. Call your ex. I'll tell you this. If we call Mr. Brian on her number... You're so toxic. Why are you so toxic? Well, let's do it. Let's try. Mr. Brian will answer the phone.
Oh, shit. Hello, this is Brian. Ugh.
You're a piece of shit, Brian.
Jerry. Oh my God. Could you imagine getting that phone call?
It's so funny, dude. I want that. I want his reaction. I want, like,
I wouldn't react.
I need more to this story.
Wow.
I want to see those text messages later.
Can I ask you a question?
This is Mongolian?
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What?
You might be able to.
It looks like a thong, thong. What?
Is Mongolian.
Ass blasting?
It's a Mongolian food.
Oh, damn Mongolian!
I'm Mongolian city walk.
You break my shitty wall, that shitty walk.
South Park. How do you get away with it?
Best.
Jesus.
Oh, yes, my son.
Can it figure itself out?
Yes, my son. Oh, Nomina Patre.
Okay, there we go. Go. Who did it like that, dude? It's so fucked up.
Sure.
Like you got to put one of those little cakes in there.
What's funny
before
is
you do that, so
the
cake gets
I
long.
hope we don't get hit for the copyright because I certainly heard Piano Man in the elevator music in the background. I definitely did.
Is
Yeah,
it?
the
I didn't.
opening harmonica notes. Of,
Okay.
play it. Go ahead. You'll
Well, it's
hear it.
less than a couple of seconds. I did.
Twice.
So everyone knows about the Scottish play, right?
Very British, yes. Scottish.
Yeah. Very British. It's like classically, yes. But it's also very Scottish.
An ad for a new McDonald's sandwich, the Macbeth.
Do ye work up an appetite? Unseaming the foes of your liege lord from the knave to the chaps. When the dawn breaks, how shall ye break your fast?
Oh, shit.
The new McDonald's Macbeth. The only sandwich with meat taken from a cow that trusted the butcher with its very life. That beef is placed upon a bun along with pickles and a super special sauce. The new McDonald's Macbeth. It is a meal you shall wish to enjoy tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Love it.
Very good. Very well done.
Very fucking well done.
I feel like his name should
Someone
be
knows
Hamish.
the name of that podcast in chat.
His name should be Hamish, even if it's not.
Hamish. Macbeth.
The new
Jesus.
Macbeth.
Go. So he asked his wife to buy an energy-saving light, but she bought a voice-activated one instead.
换个灯，你换什么声控灯呐？哦吼，还是个尖叫型的。你不知道节约成本吗？节约成本也不能这样子节约成本呐。哦吼，你晚上搞得我不是放车就是放车油，切个菜把指甲都切了。哦吼，我怎么拿头灯换一下呀？
We have lost Reef.
I love that so much, dude.
That's so funny.
Fuck, dude.
There you go, Rick.
Shit.
Rick's got it. Oh.
Anyway, here you go. Oh, shit. The fuck, dude?
What?
What are you, a fucking mad scientist?
Dude, that's
What is
MacGyver. That's totally MacGyver right there.
Dude, oh my god.
He's
Crack
lucky he
like
didn't blow up-
MacGyver at it
he's lucky he
again.
didn't blow up his fucking kitchen, but all right. Sometimes you gotta light the stove, man.
Sometimes you do gotta light the stove. Here we go.
Are they gonna turn the switch on?
Move.
Totally deserved it.
Yeah.
Totally deserved it. Women do not ever do that, by the way. Women never do that.
I mean, depends.
They don't do that to each other, at least.
Yeah, that's right, Cheryl. Where's do we play that Ryan Sickler bit? Now we have to.
No.
We have to play that Ryan Sickler bit.
Slapping her to cut.
Ryan Sickler. What is Cheryl?
Yeah, Cheryl.
Spooky's going like, what?
Yep.
I got it.
Oh.
I have it.
Jesus.
And TikTok, go
I have
away.
a daughter who's 8, and her brother just turned 18. Okay, this is my stepson, and this is only a guy thing too. Loves to walk by me and act like he's gonna backhand my ball bag. Like loves it. See, listen to the laughter in the room. It's basic. It's basic because it's only guys that do this shit. Here's the thing: every man in here has either done it or had it done to him. Okay,
and both.
And we don't even get mad. I know one time a guy got me so good he was like, when I was like, oh, I feel that my spinal fluid. Oh, somebody get a tape measure. I might be 6 foot for the only time in my life. Dude, right on the tip. It stings. It fucking stings. I've had dudes do that to me at the office. Yeah, at work. Could you imagine walking into a store and seeing 2 women do that to each other?
Yeah.
Some lady's just like, I get you, Cheryl. I got you right there, pussy, Cheryl. Keep wearing those Lululemons on casual Fridays. I'm gonna backhand that pussy every Friday, Cheryl.
Every Friday, Cheryl.
Every Friday, Cheryl. Oh, Ryan's funny.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, but that's funny right there.
We digress. What are we doing? We're building a fireplace.
He meant to do that.
Oh yeah, he totally meant to do that.
Asshole.
Nice. Oh goodness,
it's this
not
lady
her
again.
Not her again.
Bentley.
Train.
Dude, that Bentley ASMR chick, she is something. I think you have a liking to her.
Train. Love it so much. Speaking of trains, you know how we end things here.
Oh, is that what we're getting to already? It's only been 3.5 freaking hours. Yes. Is he gonna control the train? Oops. Oops.
Very funny. Well done.
Okay. Uh-oh. Better run. Better run.
Perfetto. Bene, ha funzionato. Tutto molto ottimo.
Sure.
That's right. He's cleaning out an oil filter.
That's one way to do it. Blow it out.
This is fucked up. Don't do this. But it's a little funny.
Hi, I'm John in Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass. What?
What? I'm awake.
The fuck?
Yep. Don't be the first to fall asleep at the party, bro.
Are you kidding me?
You know? This is it. This is at Burning Man.
Oh, Oliver Anthony was there, right? No, I'm kidding. Is that where they're cheering for the Nazis?
Maybe. That was Canada. But close.
No, they had the big Ukrainian statue at Burning Man.
Yeah, I don't know if that was it.
Oh, well, hopefully it was. Yeah! Screw Google says. I think that was from earlier, but...
All right,
yeah.
Last one. See if these remind you of anything.
Not that. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Whee! That's some Euroblock shit there.
Building 7 did not kill itself, folks. Jesus. Holy shit, dude, that's awesome.
I love that shit.
That's awesome.
I know, dude.
They set charges. Hey now, that's not good. That's probably not good.
No.
I don't know if Jimmy's going to be back tomorrow, everyone. We're hoping he will be. Wow. My buildings. Jesus.
That one's great.
Gamer, he's hosting, but they're hoping that Jimmy's going to be back to sit in the chair tomorrow also. Oh my god.
Oh, dude, that one like fucking
rumble. Oh my god.
folded.
Look at that. That one too. Yeah, I guess that's what they're designed to do.
It's the same one.
Timber. Damn.
Well, that's it. Votes, everybody.
We did it. We actually made it through. Yay! All right. So I don't know what Greg and Chris are up to, and if we're gonna have a politically homeless. It probably will not be tomorrow night, but it may. But it will be maybe this week, maybe not. We keep you on your toes here at INN.
Yep.
Monday, Tuesday, right now we've got nothing on the schedule. Wednesday, we've got INN News with this guy and Colin Care Bear, Radish Carter.
Yep.
Thursday night, we will have a brand new Nobody Wants to Work Anymore. Himbo's been sending me stuff all week to include in this week. And it seems like we're going to include what happened with California voting against some kind of unionization today or yesterday. Go back and check out last week's as well. The subject matter is a little on the heavy side. One of them was about how no one can afford the rent anymore in a resort town in Oregon, Washington border. And then the other one, I don't even remember. Oh, I think we actually went through the Rumble thing. But maybe. I don't even remember. It's late. I'm high. Yeah, I dig Shanda too. Shanda's awesome. Friday, Angel in the afternoon will be at 2:15. He's back to his normal time. And because you just watched it now, this Boats Smashing Into Other Boats will be cut as its own show and run on Friday night at 10 o'clock Eastern. And then Sunday night. And then next Sunday night at 10 Eastern, I'm expecting to be here for a new episode, but I can't 100% promise because there's a birthday in my house and I don't know if I'm going to be able to properly prepare, but we should be all right. I'll let you guys know, but I'm planning on being there for.
Do watch Angel Friday. Like, he needs some views. Go watch him.
Yeah. Yep. Hook up Angel in the afternoon on INN, on his channel as well. Go give him a like, sub. If you have not already, to the 24 people, it's not my birthday, no, Nick, it's one of my kids. But if you have not already, please like this stream, give it a thumbs up. I know we've lost a few people already, but yeah, share INN. We're being suppressed heavily. Hook us up, please. We need it. And So what else have we got? I think I'm pretty spent. Go and share that Substack article.
That's
Go
it.
that.
We should have Jay Buffont coming on next Wednesday. We're going to pre-record that Tuesday.
Oh, sweet.
So he wrote a Substack, so we're going to cover that.
Yes, he did. And check
tuned.
out all the segments from INN News. Those are published as clips. We'll be cutting these few stories tonight as their own clips and putting that out during this week. And maybe some shorts as well. We'll cut some shorter versions and get that out there. Go subscribe to Jesse Jett. Go support him as well. Follow at Big Mad Crab 2 and on Twitter if you're not already, as well as Chris Legion 2. That's with a K. Chris Legion 2. We had 2 INN members.
That's not at Chris Legion 2
right.
though. That's at No Labels Podcast.
At No Labels Podcast is what it's. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm done for this evening, so I'm going to say goodnight to everyone. I love you all, and I'm gonna, as usual, say to keep questioning everyone's motivations.
Keep listening to what Little Bird's had to tell you, everyone. Good night, fam.
No.
Mwah. Ciao, baby.
Indie News Network, collaborative family of independent content creators. Co-hosted normally by me, Indy. I'm founder and editor of Indie Left News and Indie Media Today. I got Reef Breland sitting next to me.
At Indie News.
Is Andrew Rivera on The Handsome Cynic?
Politics and survival.
My name is Jesse Jett.
It's American tradition.
What's up, Space Monkeys? Welcome to Political Fight Club. I'm Robert Durden.
I mean, I mostly make art for INN.
Big Man Crab Joe. Keep up those great videos.
Hey guys, it's Yeti. Coming at you.
Hello, my name is Misty from Blue Moon Red Wine.
This is Chris Legion.
Keep fighting that good fight out there, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Who are these people?
I think I liked it better being blind, when I couldn't read between the lines, and when I couldn't see the cracks in the structure that lay bare before me the whole time. I think I liked it better back when I suspended disbelief and swallowed pride. I thought I knew the difference in the red from the blue, but they both bleed us so dry. They both bleed us so dry.
My favorite songs don't hit the same way. I get to the end of a 4-minute track and I'm only looking back thinking, what did they actually say?